advanced. Oh, can you say something in Discord? I'm just looking at the sound.
Hello, hello. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Okay, sounds good. And then let me
Pretty
just.
sure Queen was in O2 electrical area as well.
Yeah, she
Wait,
did.
what?
She was there.
She
earlier.
It is good. Everything is good.
awesome.
Let me just share my browser for you, so you don't have to be on the stream. Can you see it?
Yep, I can see.
So yeah, this is actually the game like I really noticed like the difference.
Okay.
Like so there was like basically what happened was there is a crew game you had where I actually when I went into the meeting I had no idea if it was you or not. Actually, I was actually leaning towards it being you in before going into the meeting. But from like the way you were conducting yourself in the meeting, I determined it probably wasn't you. Just based off that.
Okay.
So I think that's what. And then I was just thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, I should go over this with Pyro.
When Queen died, it was like.
Okay, so you're Wraith for this game. What is Quick's
What are
doing?
you doing, madam? If I'm not mistaken, this is the game. This is the first game I'm Wraith.
Yeah.
From Thursday.
Yeah.
Why are you shadowing me?
I like the kill.
Thanks.
I don't remember if you get cleared for it.
Yes, although that's in part because Yuri's an arsonist.
Oh, and they don't care.
Again? We gotta stop
Hello.
killing Lou early.
Hello, yeah.
Yes, Lou is very recent because I passed them in office as I was heading to Vitals, and then I saw they were dead, and they're dead right outside left side office.
Recent, you say? I can clear Jar Cola and Pyro. If it's like really recent.
I don't think I ever
I can
saw
clear
it. but
from
I did note that
Pyro,
Yuri
I
was kind
think,
of
'cause I
hovering.
just
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes.
I mean, if you watch the move, like they follow me around a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like being super particular about my task timing either, and they're matching me pretty like.
Gotcha. So it's like they
perfectly.
have vision too.
Maybe not vision, just like.
Where they're not
almost like
doing the
they're not
task, so they know
they're
when
not
you're
doing the
getting
task,
off.
They're
Yeah.
watching when
Yeah.
I'm leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, I essentially sometimes I'll call that
Just like
vision.
Pyro and Boiler.
Just like that kind of movement, like what's like that. I think I've called it. I've seen you do it before on dropship. When people like all move down together versus like going and checking their tasks up there, and they just move down with everyone else, it can indicate vision.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or
10 sec. I don't know timings very well. I passed them in office, check vitals, see they're dead, run back to left side office. I had to open the door.
That's
I
probably
can clear
like
ferry. Yuri, you get to O2 from
8
where?
or less.
I get to O2 from checking who fixed lights. It was Pyro and Fairy question mark?
Yep.
Was
No.
it? Yeah.
Ferry?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was there.
I crossed Pyro leaving Boiler, and I thought I saw text in the lights cage, but I didn't go inside.
I'm pretty sure Queen was in O2 electrical area as well.
That claim felt so easy.
Yeah,
She
She was a.
What? What'd you say?
I know I have context, but that sounded so bad.
Oh wait,
Stell.
Stell.
The thing about text and lights cage. I don't remember a time I said that when I wasn't evil.
Oh yeah, I probably that. I mean, sounds imposter. Normally, it's kind of.
I think every time I've ever said that about like seeing someone's name through the lights cage wall, I've been bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Yes,
think I
that's nice.
probably. There's a good chance.
Two,
It
I don't
would
know
have
where
to
she
be
went.
recent as heck. and
Still
I'd
got
have to
voted
look
out
into
pretty early
Kula,
this
but,
game
like,
too.
You said
I don't
you
know.
saw texts, but
I
you
did see
weren't
text,
sure.
and now I'm thinking of like where everybody.
Yeah,
is
she'd
and
never
see
say
it.
that as a crewmate.
Sounds like
Interesting.
Envision to me.
Envision.
What?
Oh gosh, no, you were in the door of the lights cage.
Where's Ilyssa?
It's either you or Yuri because it's a short name, and
I
Yuri's
just
accounting
left
for people who know
specimen.
Yuri is
Yeah.
I'm
too.
at admin table, but I just left specimen, so I have no admin information because comms are out.
I think
You
there's
entered specimen from the top.
Quicks is Quicks cleared?
Oh, it could have been Quicks too, actually.
No, I'm in.
Where are you,
I'm in the
Cola?
cage. I'm in
Oh,
the
yeah.
cage. Where's
Stop
Quicks?
gaslighting me.
Quicks is muted. I think there's two between Ilyssa,
Hello.
Stell, Yuri, but I could be wrong.
Why is
Yeah,
Yuri on
actually,
that
I
list?
remember I wasn't really paying attention to this meeting for some reason, and then I heard Kula say that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I remember I also didn't think Yuri was an imposter based on their meeting.
Yeah, I mean they're pathing at the very least was like reasonably, maybe not crew, but it wasn't evil because they didn't go anywhere they shouldn't have been. They were
Yeah.
just chilling the whole time.
They
I
just-
remember that call out from Cola being kind of weird to me too. I was like, why did you pick Yuri out of that mess?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like.
It's
The
so
Yuri
random.
thing is the whole thing. I was like, huh? Like I
The only
understand.
thing
I
think
was
is
sus.
maybe they picked Yuri because Stell threw their name out as the other potential electrical cage person, but like,
Gotcha.
I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of for why Yuri's name comes up there
Yep.
out of anybody.
That makes sense.
Yuri has
Yeah, I am
been
a
O2 with
crewmate,
me
thank you
like
very much.
the whole round.
Hmm.
I
You're
ended
not a
med.
crewmate.
I
You're an
ended
arsonist.
med bay. I watched Pinky
Could this
go
be a
down.
Wait, what was that?
self-report?
Sorry, Stell?
Okay.
You're an arsonist.
No, I'm actually
Can you
with
guys hear me?
Esther.
I heard she the ended says it med too. I'm like, damn.
I
heard the ended med bay
Oh,
thing.
no,
I haven't
I'm
even
dead
seen her.
next.
How did
I
she
heard
know?
I
Don't
saw
kill me,
Pinky,
Pinky.
and then that's it.
It's
Oh,
Yeah.
Kill you?
I thought Pinky might have self-reported.
I'm not a killer, so now I.
Oh, I thought Pinky might have self-reported because I didn't think Yuri was imposter.
Gotcha.
And since like you weren't sus at all, and they're just saying Stell, Yuri, Pinky, there's two between them. Well, there's Stell, Yuri, and Ilyssa, and then I'm like, well, I mean, Pinky could have self-reported. I think I said that because based on just Cola's like susses.
Interesting.
Because I'm like, why aren't you accounting for a self-report?
Yes, I am a big fan of Wraith. Wraith is awesome. I don't know why anyone would not like it. I gotta get So chat put cool. up on my screen somewhere so that when I say things like that, there's context.
Yeah.
A couple games from now, I spend.
Oh, wait.
Or no, that is this.
Stell
I
is
think.
telling you that she is hacker.
Yes. Which I think I mentioned in a second. So she's a hacker.
Haha.
Yeah.
Good.
That's unlucky. Didn't quite make it.
Hello.
And I don't have a clear.
Hello.
Yep, that's sometimes that happens. I hate like when you're really just not expecting your partner to kill and it get to be reported immediately and you're looking for a kill and you're just like, fuck, well, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And I mean, I don't know about Stell for sure, but I know I've seen nobody this whole round except for her on admin table at the start of the
Yeah.
round. It's like, I am completely unaccounted for. I don't have crew pathing.
Yeah.
This is going to be awful. I
Yeah,
haven't
no,
killed anybody, but it
That
looks
also
so bad.
happened with Stell as well, and I was just like, "Fuck, I have nothing to do." Or she's so I need to get an alibi, like because she normally kills fast second round, and
Yeah,
normally
seem to
I
remember
normally
here.
normally second round I go for a kill, but yeah, what do you say, Pyro?
I seem to remember here. This is the kill I get voted out for later too.
Yes.
Like it's not a kill I've made, but I just don't have a clear at all, and it's rough. We both get voted out for this one kill because it's 50-50.
Yeah, well, it's because it's like you always have the theory is that when it's between two people, they're both imposters because one did the kill and the other is looking for a kill.
Yeah.
Outside of
could still be
electrical.
Okay, the admin info I have after we left weapons, Pinky, is 1131. 1 weapons, 1 comms, 302, 1 elec.
I was
Me,
comms.
Alyssa, and
Me.
Ja.
Wait, Jar's
Nope.
there.
I am
Yes.
here.
Jar is for sure
No.
A jar.
Yeah.
Yuri and
Where's
Ilyssa
Jar?
are for sure here.
How old-
Canisters.
oh,
We're
how
rolling
old's your info?
canisters.
The time it takes to get from vitals or from admin to card swipe.
It's like 5 seconds.
4 seconds. 5
I've been
seconds?
here longer than that.
I've been here. I think
I
Ilyssa
can
was on
confirm
canisters before
that
Yuri.
Cola is where they say they are.
I mean, if anything's wrong, it would have been me coming in late because I checked boiler to see if anyone was in there.
Where's Fairy?
I am on top of Cola, watching him fail miserably at his card swipe.
Dang,
I
It
think-
is
didn't have to do
confusing.
him like that.
I know.
think
He's been here for a minute, I gotta say.
Are you clearing Fairy?
Fairy went from weapons to office, correct?
I did.
Yeah, Fairy should be
And they're clear.
I think Pinky's clear because when I checked on vitals, the body was already dead. Pinky was in comms. The 302 is there's just something going on between Stell, Jar, Ilyssa, Yuri. So I don't know.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
accounting for
me, Jar,
Jar.
and Alyssa can all account
I
for
didn't
each
see any.
other
I didn't
being
see
here.
any of them, but I'm on trash shoot now.
Hey, it's
Cola,
Lizzie. Thanks
this
for the
was
follow.
dead, right?
Welcome to the
After
stream.
you left weapons, this was already dead.
I went to admin first, and
Yeah,
then I saw it
I
on
need to
vitals.
turn down my
Okay.
gain a
So-
little
And
bit.
who's clearing Matt?
Nobody. I'm all by myself. I'm in
Where are
specimen
you?
now. I went from labs.
Mm.
Did you see Speci Blip?
I don't remember. I don't think so, though. I'm pretty sure
You
the
probably
timing would
didn't
be-
if
There is
you
one
if
between
it's
Stell
not
and
current
Pyro,
admin info,
right?
then probably not.
Maybe Cola.
My microphone. did.
Nope, Fairy should
I'm
be able
dying.
to clear me.
Cola is on card swipe, like I said.
I shot
Um,
Stell.
I
Why?
also
I don't
shot Stell. Because I know the 302
Oh
and
Okay,
my.
Jar.
Yeah, like it's also like even Stell gets shot there. She could still be in O2, but the body's outside electrical, so it means that she could have gotten to O2 late, especially because she wasn't there at the start, right?
Yeah. She's
So
definitely not.
that's
there.
kind of why I was kind of like, yeah, I'm like, because I believe she could be in O2 and we just didn't see her, but I believe she could have gotten a kill and then been in O2. But yeah.
I
That's
guess.
Oh.
I'm on trash
That's
shoot. Have been here
unfortunate.
for like 17 seconds, but
But I
okay,
wasn't like 100% convinced
figured out.
Now you're in the tray.
she was imposter. I think it was like
Damn, and I look
80%.
bad too. That's not good. Yeah, I called her out right there. I mean, just that kill doesn't give me time to get an alibi either. Which, to be fair, she has no way to know that Pinky's gonna find a kill like that
Yeah.
fast. But
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
definitely
that's exactly the same thing that happened to me once when she just got a kill and I was like, fuck, I don't have a kill. And then I also I don't have a clear. I think I gaslighted Shadow to be like, I'm with you in O2. But yeah, this is
And
the
I'm
kill.
I should be somewhat mechanically clear for this. I know there's a watcher now because there's someone on cams and Cola's body doesn't get found.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm without knowledge of a
Hello.
wraith,
Yellow.
sort of mechanically clear
I
for
don't
that.
want to
Yellow.
take
But no one
chances.
has that, or no one has
Cola's
vitals
dead.
timing really, other than me.
Okay.
So,
I had vitals timing, I think.
did you
Relatively.
hear?
I was in office.
I mean, yeah, but you
I
just
mean,
came
I
up
probably
with
didn't
an
have like
idea.
exact timing.
Where?
I got like a flash of admin right before that. Cola was dead when I checked vitals.
No, I got
Um,
admin info. Don't worry.
Okay.
Where's everyone?
What was that? I'm in
Oh.
Spec.
Yeah, Pinky just went into Spass and traded with me, and I'm in lab now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
Gary, where-
you know what that means for this kill?
Which?
The Fairy and Pinky thing, what they just said.
Yeah.
And I already know the body's in electrical. I'm pretty sure the body's in electrical already.
Yeah.
I
Which,
bring it up later.
Actually, in my head, I was kind of happy you would call that out.
Mhm.
So, from my perspective at this point, I'm kind of happy you're calling that out because I know you've seen me cross you
Mhm.
coming down into admin, which
Yeah.
without knowledge of a wraith, from my perspective, should make me like at least look better than.
Oh yeah,
anyone
you didn't
without
look
it would.
bad for this kill.
Especially
Like
better than
yeah.
whoever's in O2 because I know there's someone over there. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I don't think when I saw you there, I didn't necessarily think you looked bad for it.
Yeah. So in my
But-
head, I'm hoping.
But
that
Fairy
you knowing
Pinky,
it's an
100%
electrical
clear for this
will
kill,
make me
right?
Look better. Yeah.
Because they're like in the
Those two are
specimen
good.
area, right?
Hmm.
Like they are very far away from this body. Like Fairy could not have done this kill, and like you're kind of accounting for Pinky in labs, and then she's going into specimen, so there's not really an opportunity for you.
I'm also in lab. I saw Fairy go into Spec. I'm on admin for a bit. I see 202, one lab. while Fairy's on her way to Spes. So I go to lab,
Okay.
do
And
a few of my tests there, and yeah.
I think
And
at
we're
this
start-
point, I didn't think Yuri was imposter either, based on like the canisters thing from the previous round. So now I'm kind of just hearing their story, and it's like it
Jar, by the
feels
way?
I
Jar
just
Pyro.
entered weapons a few seconds ago.
Well, we have I think a dead body in electrical because there was 2 labs, 1 electrical right before I buttoned.
Yeah,
That
that would make
does
sense.
match what I think I saw.
Did you go from lab to office, Pyro?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm 100% aware when I said that.
I
that
was
am
slow,
missing
but I did.
time.
No.
And Pinky
Okay,
does
so-
not call you out for missing time.
Which she really should, because
She-
I mean, I actually no, I think she does get there in a minute.
Yeah.
Because she says she's all the way in specimen, blah blah blah. Like,
Oh,
she
okay,
doesn't specifically
okay.
call me out for missing time, but she calls out that I should have time to get, like, I could conceivably have time to get to
Okay.
electrical and make a
Yeah.
kill.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was in
does.
Spes.
Actually, oh wait, no, that's probably not true. Actually,
Pyro isn't. Well, I mean, if they're seen in labs, I don't know.
I saw them
So-
leaving lab before I went in, but I don't know if they can snipe this and then go to office because I'm in specimen now. So
Okay. Yeah.
I was like,
That's like your okay. Yeah, that's your kind of your knife in the
nail in the coffin.
that
if
is
you will.
that is your nail in the
a while
coffin.
ago.
Yeah, which I try to make up for with it.
Yeah,
I've been back in
I
office for a minute. I had download.
I don't know. I think it's
Yeah, it
Pyro.
is.
They weren't very clear.
Yeah.
They're pretty sus.
Oh,
From a
really?
timing
perspective, I
it's
know as
just-
a regular imposter, I actually couldn't make what I just made, right? But nobody
Yeah.
else has quite as good an idea of timing as I do, right? 'Cause
Did you use the reactor
imposter.
vents? I forgot.
I think I walked it because I was looking for a kill.
You might
I
have.
don't
So you
remember.
could have potentially if you use the reactor vents too.
Maybe. Probably
Yeah.
Jari. I don't know how I get a kill in
last
electrical.
round, I was definitely.
Okay.
clear.
How it
Let's pay.
lines up-
Let's pay attention to how you handle the sus. By the
I
way.
don't think it lines up because I have to wait for Cole to show up anyway. Like, even
Okay.
if I vent over there, I have to wait for him to get there. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
So I want you to pay attention to this meeting in particular, like this part now, like when you're getting
Here, I
sussed.
don't know how I get a kill in
last
electrical.
round, I was definitely clear, and you run vouch for it. We should probably.
That's
clean that up
true.
before we.
I think we
vote
don't
now.
do that because you're bad, though.
But I think Stell was the killer in that scenario.
Yeah,
I'm clear both
I
other
think,
rounds.
So you're pushing against voting Pyro when you
yeah,
could've
but
done this
yeah, I
call
mean, it
also.
was like I think it was most likely between Stell and Pyro, but Yuri, I don't think was clear either.
Last round? Yeah, how?
You weren't-
no,
you weren't
what?
actually
Oh wait,
clear.
Cole,
Definitive
you did
clears
clear them,
this
so I'll
round.
vote
Is
Pyro.
everybody clear?
Oh, alright. I'm gonna vote Jar.
Except
If I
Pyro
get shot here, I'm
and
gonna lose
Alyssa
my
who's
You
mind.
should vote Pyro.
Imagine me
I
being
voted Jar.
solid.
I did.
I voted
did.
Jar.
I
Pyro.
didn't. Yeah,
I'm solidly clear 2 of 3. Okay, I'm solidly clear 2 of 3 rounds, and I'm like only sort of not clear this. Okay, sure.
Okay. So I want to compare that to a different meeting on 6.
It's
Where did
not
you go with
Alyssa.
that?
I clipped it.
Sure.
And then I passed.
So like, what are some things that you noticed like that happened in that meeting?
I take on. I know. I'm 100% aware. I take on a somewhat defeatist attitude or tone, if you will,
Yeah.
which I definitely felt. And at the end, it's because I already know it's over, right? Once the votes
Yeah.
come up, then I'm just playing it for the bit.
Oh,
Or
no,
maybe
no,
not
I
the
meant,
bit,
like,
I'm
but
playing
like-
it for the for the suspense.
Of course.
But,
No,
like,
I mean before that. Yeah. Before that though.
Yeah.
Like Jar, unfortunately, they kind of meted themselves as crew a bit. They're kind of like a little bit easier to crew read than like you, right?
Yeah.
So when they're making a good case against like it was between Pyro and Stell last round, and Pyro had time to get this kill. Most likely. So it actually just makes sense to vote for Pyro because they weren't clear last round and they had time to get this kill. So it's a decent 50-50 to finish.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, which is why it's hard to argue against as the
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I want to like you are. Yeah.
true.
Okay.
I
Bodies are in
agree
upper
with it.
decon.
Yeah.
Now it's time.
What?
Hi, all 3 of the bodies are in upper decon.
So like for this meeting, I actually when I went into it, I thought you were probably an imposter
Okay.
based on like how many kills there are.
That makes sense, I believe.
Yeah.
3?
That's
What?
gotta be like a refrag scenario type of deal, right? Like somebody. There's no. Unless they got dragged in there, I guess. Still speak Valorant.
How do you
What?
get? How do you drag 3 bots? Is it long enough?
Well, I had to wait for a spell cycle, and I go up, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Pinky's body. And then I go up, and Yuri and the other body are right on top of each other. I'm like, oh shit, it's a party.
Well, that's
Party.
crazy.
So wait,
Before
that
Luke's
was
assessment, there was someone in O2.
What did you say?
that was me in the meeting. I'm just muted in Discord because I'm about to say I was either about to say
Okay,
something
okay.
extreme or
15 seconds ago.
Gotcha.
I mean
Uh,
it's me.
I
but-
started O2 and then I passed
There's
Pyro. I don't
There's
know.
3 in lab.
There's
One less.
love.
Yeah.
There is love.
That's
Was it-
true.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
It wasn't there.
So I had actually made Quix my lover, because I was looking
I
for.
remember he mentioned this.
Yeah. So what happened was, I told my Twitch chat they could pick who my lover was, and then Muji was like Cola, and so I spent like 2 rounds looking for Cola, and then Cola got shot in the meeting, and I was like, well, I guess I'll pick Quix because Quix said I was a crewmate.
Yep.
Which was funny.
And then
First.
I don't think that was there last
I'm pretty
round.
sure it wasn't there last round.
That's
I don't
concerning.
remember. I honestly
Huh.
don't remember.
Oh no.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well then. I don't know.
I am in weapons. If anyone cares.
I mean, I care, but I don't know if I believe you? Question mark.
Well, who does everyone else think it is? Because I'm really confused about these
Barry,
3
where'd you
kills.
go?
From the boiler room, I checked comms, I checked weapons, and I'm underneath the admin on the water wheel right underneath admin.
Wow, I hate that a lot.
Well, that's where I'm at, and I have water wheels. So
Did you
I'm
see
gonna do 'em.
Ilyssa?
I did not see Ilyssa.
Ooh.
Where's Ilyssa?
Ilyssa said weapons.
I am in weapons.
Oh, I somehow missed you, or must have
Wait,
left. I don't know.
Pyro, Quix, who are you planning on voting?
Kind of leaning Fairy here, personally.
Okay, so I'm asking Pyro Quix because I don't want to make it obvious that I have a romantic, that Quix is my romantic, and I really just want to ask Quix who they're voting. I'm not really sure about you, so I'm just like, Pyro Quix, who are you?
Really? But I'm not super confident on that.
Okay, so what do you say there? You answer
Not
the
super
question.
confident, which is... Well, I said I was leaning Fairy, and although not super confidently.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Even-
vote with
even
you,
if you-
Alyssa.
Oh, yes.
I don't
because
like
I
that
am
you trust
crewmate.
her that much, but okay.
Okay,
I
what
feel
else
like a
did you do?
scary-
What?
What did you do right there? You're like, I don't like that you trust her that much, but okay.
I'm not really picking up what you're putting down. I'm not
Okay,
exactly
no,
sure what
we're
you
just
want
gonna
me to
go
call
over
it out
this.
here.
I'm just pointing that out. That is what you said.
Yeah, I
Okay.
could do that, yeah. Which I think is
Probably.
because
Do
I
I get a vote
recognize
in
that that's a
this?
potential Oh, love
yeah.
pair.
Who do you
so
want to vote?
Well,
Fairy.
Tara's really,
I'm
really
pretty
quiet.
sure it's too late to do anything about
and
it.
hasn't
Also
said a
true.
word,
I'll vote him.
and I
I'll
didn't hear where they were.
It's not Pyro?
Maybe come back.
I don't know if it's Pyro.
Okay, cool.
Oh my
Yuri,
god.
why are you dead, Yuri?
Why are you dead, Yuri?
So what do you think your
Why
details
are
were
you dead?
in that
Okay.
that you were giving off?
Well, for one, general uncertainty, I suppose.
Yes, that was like
Although
a
I'm
really
not
big thing.
particularly under fire here, which makes that easier.
Oh, like I was actually like really like looking at you this meeting. I really thought it was you. And then when you were like the way you were like, I think it's Fairy, but I'm not sure about it.
Yeah.
That,
makes sense
to
I
me
do
read,
tend
like,
to stand that
super
as
crew.
I think.
Yeah. Versus when you're like, I think Jar's imposter, like that. Before, like you were just like, I think they're imposter.
Yeah.
Like you seemed like more certain. Versus like here,
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know about Fairy. This Quix Alyssa thing is making me nervous. But generally, and that's why like I looked at that meeting, and then like this meeting happened, and then when like that meeting happened on 6, like your meeting was like, it was more like you were defensive, even though you weren't clear at all, right, for these kills, any of them, right?
Yeah. Not that I remember anyway.
But you're, I think you were saying like, oh, I should be clear for this based on timing. I don't think you normally say that as crew. Do you say that as crew a lot? Like I
Not
should be clear for
usually.
this. Yeah.
I'll call it out if I'm like confident that I actually should be, and it can be like proven by somebody. But even if it's true, if there's not somebody to like mention it or back me up on it, I usually won't. I don't think.
Yeah. I think that was like one of the imposter tells. And like these are things I think you can easily fix, right? Like this isn't like some like abstract voice meta thing. It's just like like this is kind of stuff like that Kate pointed out to me that was really helpful. But yeah, it's just like I think being a little bit less defensive, and then acting uncertain. Like if you kind of been like, I don't like it's Jar. Like I don't know, I don't feel good about Jar, but also Alyssa's admin information is kind of weird, right? You could have been, like you could have just kind of acted uncertain, like maybe I was like lying about admin info or something.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I think that would help a lot.
Okay.
And it's just like more of like I'm trying to go over like crew tells versus imposter tells, so you can kind of blend them together, and then it's like way harder to read you. Yeah, and I just like I remember I went over that imposter game. I even put in my Twitch. I'm like I need to go over this with Pyro just because I think that would be super helpful. I hope that is helpful.
Definitely.
Okay, and then I clipped another one of your games. I think you made it to like Final 4. I thought we could go over it.
Sure. Side, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I see what's happening here.
This is from 10 days ago.
Bad. Okay, so this would be the week before.
Yeah, let me actually refresh it or something. Why is it fuzzy?
Alright.
Okay, I'll fix it. So
you're a minor. Okay.
See, you did something really good there. I am always like so like nervous to be spending too much time on short course, even though I really shouldn't be. That I always forget to check for what my partner is, unless they're Undertaker.
I'm surprised by most people don't do that more. I do that every time I get changeling. Well, I say that pretty much every time I get changeling, I'll check the list and just go, okay, what are they? And unless I am like staring at the list for 30 seconds and can't figure it out, I'll just sit there until like it's really nice to know what your partner is.
Yeah, I need to do that more. That's like a good thing I'm noticing you're doing.
And you basically never get caught for it. Like even if you just stand there, if you just don't move, like people just assume you're AFK, and it's like okay.
Yeah, I guess, and I'm also very slow at tasks, so people wouldn't really be that suspicious.
What are they gonna do? Call you?
I just like normally like nervous. Like when I get imposter, I'm normally kind of nervous and stressed.
That's so quick.
Hello.
Kara, what happened?
Imposter's like
I
my favorite part of the game, so that usually doesn't bug me too much.
No, I'm just like, I have to like do things this game. Like I have to do things that aren't just figuring out who's gonna say on their way to lights and then calling them out as imposter. I like there's gonna be like attention on me.
Triple wires.
Which I get, and I get that a little bit. But it's more of like,
I just did my wires and there's a report here.
I guess nervous about not blowing my chance at him as opposed to like nervous about having to play it.
Yeah. Let's get clears.
Stell's in lab. She left her right.
This is really quiet. Can you return the clear to Yuri, Stell?
I don't see Yuri.
Pyro's clear. Pyro.
Desync, but you were there.
EU ping.
I think I left Pyro and 2 others still in dropship like a second or 2 ago.
Yeah.
That was
probably on it yet, but
Queen not bad.
Me, Ilyssa, Pyro, I think.
So who?
Well, that's weird because I'm seeing a Pyro enter.
I walked out after that.
Okay.
Does Yuri see Queen or Pyro?
I don't see Yuri, but like Queen and I are on top of each other.
Very. I don't trust you now. I'm voting you catch.
Yeah, sorry.
I got one for you.
I mean, we're not in the drill room yet. Like,
yeah. Let's just
there.
get some information about
by anyone because she's adding herself to the clear list.
Because I'm cleared by Apple because she left me a dropship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Fairy? Yeah, sorry. Where's Fairy? I don't see her on the list of clears.
I'm in lab, and I can confirm that Stell was on drill. I
Huh?
left Queen on note as well. Listen, Stell, I checked on you. You
I'm
know
alone
that.
and
Okay,
everybody
okay.
sees me.
So
I'm
that
clear.
leaves
Okay.
Lou, Apple, Yuri.
Spooky.
Sorry.
And so
Stell
yeah,
is
yeah.
I
So
think it's
spooked.
less likely me purely because like I see Stella and where she went, right?
no.
Oh.
Apple, Yuri.
No.
I feel like I'd be getting a kill on
Alyssa's just like,
wires.
Hit him with a
Apple.
no.
We're putting in clears. Yeah, Apple,
It's very
Yuri.
We
gotta play that
sorry.
song now.
Oh,
Can I just write down who that's between? It's Apple, Yuri, Fairy,
Where is
Kara.
it again? Where's it again?
No,
Where-
Lou's
where-
not clear.
I didn't
Yeah,
actually
where-
get a body
where-
location.
Is it on
Electric
wires?
I
Did you
think
say?
it was.
Electrical wires.
A
Electrical
little bit
wires.
to the right of wires.
I wouldn't have had time to even get there from dropship.
Mm.
Can anyone confirm that?
I don't know where Apple is. I don't know.
Mhm.
So
Hold
Lou,
up.
Apple, Fairy, Yuri.
Car.
Hmm.
No, you didn't even pick your role.
What do I want to be? No, yeah, I didn't have time. It was fast round, and I hadn't decided what I wanted right away. Part of me wants to pick hacker, but I don't really want to pick hacker. She's a minor, because that gives us two.
I like that a lot.
You know what I want to pick? I'm in the mood for some warlock gaming.
I like that a lot. That you're like, I want to get something that also coincides with what my partner's role is.
Yeah. Like, I would typically probably opt Wraith. I mean, I do most of the time. I get Changeling, I pick Wraith, but Wraith sucks with Metric ton minor, of like people really in bad, labs. because people just assume that you could have made it with a minor event, even if you get like a good lantern or dash play off, and so you just don't want to pick them together because your Wraith play Damn it. is sort of just, yeah, but you could have minor evented, and then it's like, well, you know, all that effort is for basically nothing.
Yeah. No. A lot of people don't actually place minor events, though.
That's true, but you never know who will.
Hello.
This is recent.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super recent.
Oh, that's why Yuri cleared Stell.
I think.
What?
I thought for a second I just cursed
I
Yuri's
think
corpse.
Stell just sheriff shot on me.
What?
Oh.
Where?
Or it's a shade. It might be a shade. Last round could have been a shade.
Oh, right.
That
Okay.
doesn't
Where's
do
the
that
body?
round
Hold on,
two.
where's the body?
In between weapons and lower O2,
Okay,
and we were just
so
passing each other,
Yeah,
and then
there's-
just
there's
pop.
I have admin, but this is my admins before this happened, and then so this also includes where Yuri's body's potentially at. There are 2 specimens. There was 1 or 2 labs. I saw 2 in elect, but it went down to 1, and then I saw a couple. I saw 1 in weapons, and then I think 1 in O2 if I remember right.
Sure. The 2 in elect were myself and Ilyssa. I went on cams.
Yeah.
Ilyssa went to office. I saw Apple go into bottom O2.
I was probably
I saw Kara go into drill right at the end of the round.
So who are the 2 specimens? Okay, Fairy and Lou should be clear.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
And this died in O2, you said?
Where's Pyro?
Labs. Med scanner specifically.
Was Pyro who cleared Pyro first round?
I did.
When you say labs, I kind of am like, I don't know if that makes sense for timing.
Interesting. Why so?
I would expect you to be in specimen by now.
Okay, fair enough.
I would have expected you to go labs right off the start and then be in specimen. When you claim labs, it feels very. I'm running there after killing.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of that's one of the things with pathing things when people are like, "Oh, I'm in labs." I'm like, "Did you run there after killing and you couldn't get to specimen?"
Which, in all fairness, I'm like 3 feet from specimen, so.
Yeah, and it's like I think you watched people go into upper decontam, right? And like Queen made it all the way from labs through specimen, right, to the admin table.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that is some time missing in your pathing.
I gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
Okay, I mentioned that's a
Queen, yeah.
Stell. I always suss people who
We
are
were on
in
top of
labs
each
like
other walking,
late.
So
Okay.
there was no way they could have gotten that kill. Doesn't mean they're not a killer, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
There's only
So,
one kill first round.
so for the first kill, that would leave Fairy, Lou, And maybe Apple.
But Lou's clear
Except
now,
Lou
so
and myself are clear.
Oh
For
god.
this kill.
Would still.
Are you-
I mean, we're
Yeah, but
cleared by
There's
admin
specimen,
table
yeah.
and 2 clears.
Oh.
Admin
But if
table
this is for the
and
sheriff,
What, for this
Yeah.
kill that's happening just now?
two.
This is, well, that's what I mean. I didn't see anybody. Stell just literally popped.
You think there's
As
a
we were
chance
walking
that
past
Stell
each other.
Sheriff Yuri and then just is popping on you because you were
Wait,
also
Absolutely
who's-
not.
You think she
Absolutely
double
not,
sheriffed?
Alyssa. Just, I don't think
I
she
don't-
would do that.
Well,
I don't
she
think.
I don't.
do
She
that,
would do
but-
it, but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think
Mm.
she would Sheriff Yuri based on the way that round
I
ended.
think
Yeah.
Pyro. I
What?
think Pyro
Really?
killed Yuri in labs because I saw 2 in labs.
Oh.
She could
Oh.
sheriff. Yeah.
If
Is there,
I remember.
is there another person left?
There was 2 and then it went to 1.
God, it's Kara in there. Fuck, kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? No. I
remember being
Kara's the
annoyed
other
about
person
that, 'cause Kara
labs,
claimed it.
because I'm not in there.
Claimed that she was in labs?
This is so sad.
Yeah, so I remember this actually got on my nerves because
Same.
Kara straight up calls out that she's in labs. I know that there's 2 in labs. I'm claiming Yuri's body, right? Because I know I'm on the table.
Yeah.
And then I still get sussed for having killed Yuri in labs with there being an extra person, despite the fact that Kara has claimed to be the other person in labs.
Hello? How are you alive? Whatever.
See, we're just not bothered by the fact.
I tried to kill you like 4 times. What the heck?
Yeah, I assumed they saw me vent. Wasn't really sure why they just chilled.
They
Like,
probably
why
just
we
didn't
were
see
just
event
chilling
and
there.
just they probably just didn't see.
Yeah,
They
this I
were
remember.
like on top
I
of
got Kara
life.
to
Hello.
finish before.
Yeah.
Hey. Hi.
There's a body in here, Apple.
Where?
An admin.
In
It's
boiler room?
really unfortunate that Apple's
No,
in
I'm in
office.
boiler room.
An What? admin.
It really sucks that Apple's in office to get framed for that.
She killed an office.
Is Queen also dead in office?
I reported on admin and you killed in vitals.
Oh, okay, I see.
So I actually like normally
I
I'm
just didn't
pretty sure
remember that.
about Apple being imposter because she normally will claim like she normally has a few things she'll say when she's imposter that she doesn't say when she's crew. But this one I wasn't sure. The sheriff thing was really weird to me.
Yeah, which is, because she didn't actually do it.
Boiler room?
Where is
Yeah.
Pyro?
It's like sometimes like if something happens to you, you can sound more genuine than you would sound if like it was not true.
Yeah.
For example,
When
like
someone actually just explodes on you.
yeah, like for even like things like I remember I brought it up one time where this imposter game with Pinky where I was morphing and like killing as that morph person, and she sounded so believable that like they're like, oh, she's like, oh, it's mix, like the way she sounded like so crew, and it's because she actually saw Mix kill, and so yeah.
Well, I came from water wheels underneath office, and I went up, and I
Did
went
you
into
come
boiler
there
room
after
to do the other
killing?
2. No.
Where's everyone else then?
I fixed lights.
I'm in Stressy behind Pyro. Pyro is not cleared.
I just left
Actually, he would be killing
boiler
right now, I
room. And I'm going into tree, and I did not see
I actually just
Apple.
walked over you again, Kara.
Where
I'm
am
like,
I?
oh no, I passed.
You're on
Cara.
the,
I passed
uh,
so good. I checked the admin table before reporting the body. Coming from the
Spessy, you're on the artifacts. That's what it's called.
Oh, that
Oh,
is
I was
true.
coming from the water wheels underneath. That might be why. Like the
That's
Not
weird. That's not. That's very close to this body.
So who's it between?
Not the cackle.
me
oh.
and I'm not sure who else.
Kara, are you clearing Pyro? Pyro, are you clearing?
Yes.
And Quicks,
Oh,
you're where?
I'm
You're in
clearing
electrical.
Kara,
I fixed
yeah.
lights, yeah.
Yeah, I want to vote between Pyro Apple.
You
Huh?
don't want to vote Fairy?
Yeah,
where's
why?
Fairy?
We
She's
should
claiming
be
O2,
voting between
right?
Apple and Fairy here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what?
Well, because I posted my
didn't
admin
see
information.
Fairy.
I see. I posted my admin information, and it says there's 2 and O2, 1 electrical, 1 specimen. So someone else is gonna
I'm-
claim.
You
Yeah,
okay?
that
But
looks
you know,
right,
I
right?
had time
Wait,
to get to boiler.
Is
It
there one
depends on the timing
Stressy
of the
right
body.
now?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, but Apple is like
I'm walking out,
Kara is
Kara.
so weirded
Water
out.
wheel
It's so
thing.
funny. Body is on admin table. It looks very
Oh,
bad
yeah,
for
no,
you, and I
that's
feel
fair.
like
That's
Yeah.
fair with
So
the
where's
vent.
Fairy claiming?
Oh, two.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
I didn't
Alyssa.
see.
So I
Farrah
think at
first.
this point I forgot about the sheriff shot thing, and that's why I forgot to vote. I was like, "Fuck! Wait! She was sheriff shot maybe." Because Apple hadn't made up a story like that before.
Do you not want to vote Apple here,
Fix,
Cara?
who do you want to vote?
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
vote Apple. Yeah,
I can understand if you want
We
to
should
vote me. I can
Apple
see
or
that.
Alyssa, I think.
I can.
Or not
understand
Apple,
that, yeah, but,
Apple or Fairy, rather. Yeah.
But keep in mind who it might be if it's not me though.
Well, it's 6.
Okay, I didn't vote.
Yeah, just
I
keep in
wanted to
mind
vote
that
you.
was not
I think it's
coordinated.
more. I think it was more Pyro actually.
How
Because
do
didn't
we-
Apple get sheriffed?
I am
No.
Yeah,
clear.
I think so. Unless it was a shade.
And I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just Apple hadn't really made up something like that.
Yeah, like I think in a situation where she doesn't happen to be imposter, like I mean, she was genuine when she said it, right? Like she
Yeah.
still did just bot, you know. She just happened to also be bad.
Exactly. Which is why that's why that was harder for me. Like if that hadn't happened, I just hard accuse her from killing. Oh yeah, and I get you here.
This is the admin table thing, which like I sort of Hail Married. It's always a possibility. The issue is just like
I
what
got
do you
it.
do about it, right?
I
Like,
missed the dead body. Though.
at this point, I know I'm
Where's
probably
everyone?
getting a
Yeah,
shot
I'm
because you're gonna push me
lagging really horribly.
like in this meeting
Also,
for
so
sure.
I had a feeling I might.
Yeah.
My other option is push for the 50-50
I
on
did
Fairy,
see Cara go
right?
into specimen, but you ran into a wall for like 15 seconds.
I didn't
I
see
didn't
that.
know
That's the
that.
even that.
Wait, sorry,
I
can
figured I
you?
had better odds. I was just saying, I think if I'm remembering my thought process at this point, it's basically like I'm getting shot here if there's not a kill, right? If we're on 5, I'm gonna get pushed here. I can maybe push it on Fairy, but like I doubt it. And then I have to play even if Fairy gets voted, I have to play 4, which means I need the double. Otherwise, I
Yeah.
get shot for sure. Right?
That's fair. I think normally. Did you
If I
call
get
lights?
this-
Were lights off?
Yes.
Lights were
I
off.
called them.
Oh wait,
No,
you
no, I
called
called them.
lights?
Yes.
Oh, then you should have been able to get a kill somewhere else. I
Yeah,
need
I
to.
could have.
I need to show you what I do for 4.
I probably wouldn't have a clear if I got to kill somewhere else. Like I considered it.
Yeah, but
I mean,
you
you can
don't
see I
get like
considered I was
hard out,
hovering.
like hard or outed like I do for you right now.
So I'm in the lower hallway. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I
Okay, Kara's
Glad if you're
clear.
not there.
Pyro.
That's a pretty
Kills.
solid alibi.
Yeah, and there was 2 in electrical.
Oh, okay. So Alyssa's bad. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw one in specimen.
Sure. All right. So this is probably just 50-50. I think Alyssa's probably killed Quicks and just false admin info because like as soon as lights
I
got
would
called,
do
I
that.
opened
That's
both
something I would do
doors
for
and
sure.
fixed the lights. Like
Yeah, but I'm also the one who reported last round and didn't push it on Fairy when people were trying to potentially push it on Fairy. I was one that kind of cleared them because I saw there was 2 and 02, and I was one that accused Apple of running away from a
we
body.
don't know that she was bad for one.
That's true, but then
there was the
I was
accusation
also
that she got sheriffed on, and it was really hard.
yeah,
to
which
know.
is why I actually got kind of nervous and wanted to vote.
That's why I
potentially
went. That's why I
Pyro.
wouldn't a button.
Yeah,
like,
the
got
you
called.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote Pyro here.
really?
Yeah.
God, this was so
That's
nice,
crazy
actually.
to me. She
You know how like often this like actually happens when people just
What?
believe I'm a crewmate and they're like, I want to vote this person.
Yep.
I feel like
Not
it just
very.
sometimes it just doesn't happen. Especially like a lot of people think admin information is like a tell for me. But yeah.
It's pushing on someone who's clear last round. And she just gives admin info that is like completely based on locations we already know. She's given no real info that we didn't already have.
So but if it's between like I think I was cleared the round there was a shade. So if you didn't think that wait no.
I mean, I have been
someone
clear
said there's
every
two
round in theory.
two in
So
labs. Someone said there's 2 in labs and that you were one of those people
yes,
in labs.
Queen said there were 2 in labs. It was me and Kara again, actually.
No.
Queen said 2
Okay.
labs, me
Are
and
you
Kara. I've been
backtracking,
clear
or do you want
every
to vote
round.
I vote Pyro, vote Pyro.
I voted Ilyssa.
Harry, what do you think?
I'm gonna vote it because
You voted Pyro?
I mean I could be wrong here, but
I'll take the rest.
How do you give that to her? She really.
That was funny. You always the commitment I appreciate.
Yeah, I mean it's more fun that way.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I want to show you something that I'm going to challenge you to try.
All right.
Because I'm actually really good at this. Let me find the example of the play. I do this play all the time to the point where it's like I really can't even do it a lot in bobsled anymore because I do it so much. Actually, you probably know what play I'm talking about, potentially. I want to just show you the difference between like what you did. Like you called the lights and then you killed Pyro. You killed Quicks at lights. But so I did something else. Shit. Okay, so this is 10 days ago lobby, right? Yeah. I think it was the last game.
Holy mixes cycle that.
So we're in like the exact same situation, by the way. My partner was voted out.
Between Ilyssa and Fairy. Pyro!
What?
On 6, sure, yeah.
My partner gets voted out, so we're on 5 now.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and I know Yuri's at the button.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I do there, by the way?
Other than just the delay, you mean?
Yeah. Why? When do I report this body?
A couple seconds after the lights fix, which.
Why do I do that?
Other than making it look less like it's a report in response to the SAB fix. I mean, like that's the reason that would occur to me anyway.
But yeah, like, why do I report after the SAB fix?
Oh, just because it means that you don't get the double shot here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I report it. Hello.
We killed Yuri. We did this.
Yes.
I wasn't flipping any switches. I don't know what the fuck was happening.
You were on the lights panel?
Because
I thought
we
it
were
was
fighting
just
each
me
other
and
over
Pyro.
the
and
lights
Pyro
panel.
was
It's
fucking with the
Queen,
lights,
man.
so
I didn't even see you, Kate.
I didn't even
didn't
see
Kate
Queen.
either.
Well, the body's in
Oh, yeah.
weapons, by the way.
Well, Pyro, I think we know who.
Okay, so what's the difference between like this scenario and the scenario you were in?
I mean, in this particular case, it's not. I mean, for one, there's no one admin, so you're not confirmed bad, right? But
Yeah. But what's like what is like the main difference between me and you in this situation? We're both on 4. When there's we're both on 4. What do I have that you don't?
I'm really not sure what you want me to answer here, honestly.
What do I have that you did not have when you killed an electrical? I have all of the information.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
I know exactly where every single person was, right? I know Yuri was at button. I know electric light just got fixed. I know that there was someone in storage earlier. I have all of the info for this kill.
Sure.
And so what I was able to catch you in, like for your kill, was I had all the info for your kill because which is why normally it's like you kind of, you can't like I knew that I would be the person on admin. I knew that I couldn't be caught on that. And that's kind of like the difference.
Although in this case, like there's 3 of us in electrical, so just if either of us actually sees Kate, we're still in trouble, I think here.
Yeah, but like I think they're like
I get the point.
Yeah, exactly.
Having the info is definitely of value, right?
Yeah, having the info, it's like I think like it would be most like I was like basically Kate was kind of cleared because Fairy was accusing Clayt, which was very unfortunate. Because if she hadn't accused Kate, then I could have gotten away with it. But essentially, I pushed a skip here when I probably should have been voted. Like I don't think people were sure at all.
Although, yeah, just Kate is somehow not seen by either of us.
Yeah,
which I think is really funny. But yeah, had Kate not actually claimed that, I wouldn't be surprised if she had been voted here.
Yeah. But yeah,
it was like just incredibly like
ridiculous enough of a claim that it could be true and somehow we didn't see her.
Yeah, that's annoying.
One of those, like, if you're an imposter and you claim that, you have to expect to die if it's not true, right? Like,
Yeah, that's annoying. It's so frustrating. This is like it's
yeah,
like
how
a
do you
crew meta
argue with
thing,
that?
right?
Yeah, although it's not like player specific so much as like you could do that as imp. It's just like super high risk, high reward, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it'd be exactly what happened here, where it's like that's so incredibly bad as a lie that it has to be true, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
such a bad lie that it's got to be actually true.
yeah. So that is a play I do like so much, where I kill, and then like misplace the body on 4. Like, I done it like I can pull back
Definitely
gains
strong,
up
although I
into like let's like.
I would argue the one issue with it, at least, I mean, it's sort of instance to instance dependent, right? But Yuri being, I think we probably really should have noticed, and part of the reason we didn't is just because of the claim Kate made. The fact that you don't call that body on button is like ridiculous to me. Like, that body should be on button.
Yeah.
Right?
Normally
Nobody
I
buttoned
actually
immediately, so
normally I'll
like,
place it calm sabotage area actually.
Yeah.
Like they're
Even
on
then,
their
though,
way
right?
to lights. Like
the
they're
fact
like,
that
I wonder where lights are. Why aren't lights getting fixed? But I felt like I'd done that earlier, like recently, so I couldn't do that. But yeah, I've done that so much. And then let me see. Like I wanted to, like I had like a game where I did this like something similar.
Even then, though, I think if we're thinking it through as crew there, we should be, like, catching on to the fact that, like, there wasn't a button immediately after the SAB got fixed.
Yeah.
Someone should be there, and the fact that there's not is, like, very telling.
Why were people gonna button, though? We didn't lose. Okay, I wanna show you one other time where I did it. Just, like, I've done this, like, that has been, like, one of my strats.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're like, yeah, I definitely have noticed.
It
you
just
do it
sucks,
before.
and I'm
And it's
telling you
good.
this. It's very annoying.
I tend to try not to play meta too much.
Yeah, it says okay. It's here. It says. I also got caught venting the first round, by like a glitch. I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
But like
That
they
all
didn't like they weren't like 100%. They weren't like sure. They're like, Ilyssa, did you just vent out of there? And I was like, no. And I was reporting a body like somewhere else. So
No.
yeah, my partner got voted out here. And 6. Coffee's the one who saw me vent, so I think she has to die. So she doesn't bring that up. Like, my goal is to kill Coffee. So I know that Cal went left, by the way. I know that Coffee's in office. Okay, LC is also left. And I think Maxime was doing water wheels under office. I go in and check the button. I go and
No
look for
one's there, which is criminal.
I think she was gonna button, but I think she wanted info. I don't know why I waited. This is vanilla.
Oh, well then, yeah. Modded habits, I suppose.
Interesting.
The body is outside of O2.
Oh. Maxime's at
Where, on the bottom?
Yeah.
water wheels. That's the only thing I saw on cams.
Yeah. Well, I paused Cow when he walked up from O2 to electrical.
Yep. How are you right now, Cal?
I'm standing. Well, I was watching you on cams, figuring that Maxine might come back out and kill you. I was cleared in round 1 with Coffee. Petra's Coffee and I were all the ones in light cage when those bodies dropped, basically with each other most of the.
The body was outside of lights, but I don't think Cal could have done it the last round.
Oh my gosh.
The body was outside of lights the first round.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but James could have gotten both kills.
I couldn't have done anything.
Is it long enough for that?
Right.
Yes, because
Mister-
I want to
This
was
is
already
not. This is not a good direction right now, guys.
I feel like it is.
Okay,
Oh, I'll bet you do.
But yeah,
I'll bet you do.
yeah. So what ends
Probably
up
could.
happening is, I think it's just like
They're on.
they just like vote each other. But yeah,
You gotta love when that happens.
yeah. It was like
Always
it was
nice.
basically a pure based on the body misplacement. Even though I was nervous because like maybe they should have seen this body on cams because Yuri had not Yuri Elsie had just claimed cams. But essentially, like I had the information that everyone went left. I know lights got fixed, and so I know that no one can contradict my plan.
Yeah. Well played for sure.
I would love to see you try that when I'm not alive and can't call you on it.
Sure.
That is, yeah. I think I've done that with like I've done that with like several different groups. Okay.
I do need to make a better habit of playing admin info. Actually, I tend not to, but it is definitely a good thing to work on.
There is one, and then okay. I think this is the game. I want to go over something with you, just because I think both of us are kind of like we both we try to like play. We both can play meetings well. I would say, right?
I'm really inconsistent, but
you have the potential to, and like I mean, you fooled me before, sure, and you're definitely like less easy to catch than like the standard person who says on their way to lights, right?
Sure, yeah.
And so what I kind of been wanting to try to figure out is how like to like get crew red in these like meetings, right? And one thing I want to go over is like one person that I consistently read as crew is 19. And it's like, it's so hard for me to want to vote her because she always sounds so crew to me.
Passion, yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to go through this meeting with you and try to kind of figure out like why I did not want to vote 19. Okay, it was here. This is meeting. Because I'm trying to, it's like a case study, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because also, like, I put a killer between 19 and Emo the first round, and we voted out Emo, even though I did vote for 19. So, in reality, she should always be voted here. Clear.
Okay.
To be fair, Pinky reported a body.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you are. Yuri just died.
Yeah, he's next to me on telescope. I think this was sniped in the dark behind me. So, if you can clear people for location.
If anybody's on admin table, I'm in O2.
I'm opening electric door. I am inside the room now, but desync might say otherwise if there is admin info.
Oh. Yeah, so originally I thought it was like 19, and potentially Pinky, because Pinky reported the body first round. But when Stell says that, I'm like, what? Maybe everything is wrong. Fairy was probably clear round one, I think.
Did actually sound bad.
What?
To me.
What'd you say?
She just said, what Stell just said did actually read sort of bad to me.
Yeah, that read really bad to me.
fair.
Yeah.
Still.
That is the thing
you
that
gotta
is
see
the thing
electric
imposters
doors.
say.
Yeah.
With
Because
reasonable
I opened it
frequency.
and it is currently open.
Okay.
Like
I'm gonna be honest.
there too.
I checked admin before vitals. I do remember seeing like 3 lab, and that's it. I don't remember what else I saw.
Come on, Pinky.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I didn't think it. I don't remember.
Wait, okay, so for last round, I could.
That's a pretty big intel. Just being on like having all that info with like this amount of tasks. Or like trying to like claiming office can be very dangerous with this amount of tasks because really only imposters do that, right?
Interesting.
Kill,
I actually
but like between
don't put a whole lot of faith in that just because of the inconsistency.
It depends on the person. It depends on the
people
person
tend to be
100%. With Pinky, it's more of a tell for Pinky than others.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, like for like there's like if there's a person who consistently has admin information, like I mean like you always have like to judge every person like differently. But like for Pinky specifically to me, that's kind of a like, you should be out there doing tasks. That's what I would be expecting.
Yeah, and player to player, right? You expect different like levels of commitment to said task.
I know you left.
Like I'll
but
tend to
Emo
give
never
up
came
if
back
I'm
down.
like
That's why I
less
put
than
Emo.
halfway through and we're on 6.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is not happening.
Yeah.
I'll half-heartedly do one here or there, but at that point, I'm playing for info.
Yeah. That makes sense. But yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. Because Pinky, you were there for the first half of the round, and then Emo was there. I know you left, but Emo never came back down. That's why I pushed Emo. I'm sorry. I thought he was baddie.
I thought Emo was bad too. Just because I know Quicks was left side, and I don't know the comms weapons
And
thing.
his story just didn't make sense.
But it probably just got sniped.
Pinky,
below
where
him.
have you been around?
The body was okay. Actually, I feel like I should have cleared Emo based on my
I did.
info.
I did the card swipe, and then I did my download in office. I got off. I went down to admin. I checked it, and then I went back to vitals, and only Kara was dead.
Yeah, and if you have admin info
how.
for the end of that round,
So now at this point, I'm really worried about that it's Stell and Pinky. Because like Stell could have definitely gotten a kill and Pinky could have gotten 2 and reported. There was like 3 kills the first round. And then 19, like basically based on like the first round, 19 and Emo were both kind of loners and everyone else was kind of specimen and Pinky reported a body. So now I'm like, oh, did Pinky just get 2 and then Stell got like 1 somewhere else?
okay, I was 0-2. I popped into comms to check it, and then I was almost
Yuri
on
would have been
vitals
the one
when
to
the game
clear me
ended.
this round, actually.
Still, I don't know. Because now I'm feeling less good about Pinky still.
I never felt good about Pinky to begin with.
And that is when I read Stella's crew.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Exactly that.
That nervous laugh even didn't bother you?
No.
Bothered me a little
No.
bit.
She's like, I never felt good about Pinky to begin with. I don't think I've ever seen her do that as imposter.
Interesting.
Okay.
What?
That's when you read Pinky as in. You ever felt good about
So-
Pinky to begin with?
I never felt good about Pinky. I never felt
That-
good
that
about Emo.
I
And I
do
never
agree
felt
with,
good about
but those
19.
read is in
Those are
from
the 3
her.
that I thought were bad.
Okay.
But the thing is,
So who do you want to vote, Stell?
no.
Stell, who are you voting?
For it to
I don't
be
know.
Pinky, 19,
Then vote Pinky
and Emo,
then. You have to say we can't just we have to say we're voting on 5.
It's so
The
it's so
issue is that
50-50 between those two. Like for
The
me,
issue
so
is that for it to be Pinky, 19, and Emo, all bodies have to be left side, and they aren't.
Yeah, fam.
I hate when people don't say who they're voting. Yeah, I am annoyed
to
at
clarify.
I am annoyed at Stell for not. She just said she just voted and didn't tell me.
Yeah, now
Like,
19's in trouble
no,
because
they
she
were
goes down
all
with the
left
ship
side.
there.
The bodies were all
I
left
think.
side because I had gone through
At least from
med
my
bay to get to
perspective,
vitals
that's
to see
what I
3
would think
people
here.
dead.
Is that
And
like
there
she
were
should
people
not be that
claiming
defensive
specimen
of
were both
Pinky at this
unclear.
point?
So yes,
Yes,
all 3
so
bodies
the
were
thing
left
is-
side.
The thing is that whenever you, okay, if that's the case though, whenever
she
you
should be
had
happy
admin
to
info,
push
it would have
Pinky
had to have
and then shoot
3
Stell
random
after
blips
that.
offside, and it didn't. Like 3 unaccounted for blips.
There was one unaccounted for blip. Now that I'm thinking about it.
And wait,
so
where was
the other
it?
ones are
Was-
outside, probably an Undertaker.
Fairy wasn't clear though. Was Fairy
I was by Yuri and Kara.
Oh, okay, they
but
cleared.
Fairy-
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, hold on, please. Fairy got a light clear from those 2, which is like kind of okay to me. For this.
First round.
So with that,
I think actually at that point, I remember when I went down to Specimen, I actually passed Fairy going up.
Yeah.
So Fairy's clear.
I think that Pinky is the one who kills 2 people.
Yeah. And then
So we are left with a potential. Really, any of us could have killed somebody in this, and I don't really know.
Really, it doesn't scream 19.
I think I would be willing to vote 19.
No, Ilyssa, please.
Oh my god, that right there. that right there, that gets me. The Ilyssa, please, like right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That reads to me as such a crew tell.
So to me, I've sort of just like, I think I'm just sort of used to the way 19 plays. It doesn't read as a crew tell to me. It doesn't read as imp to me either. But I don't typically meeting read 19 one way or the other.
Oh yeah. No, I don't
used to
meeting
her
read
sounding the
19.
same.
So I don't meeting read 19. By the way, I can't meeting read 19. But like when she
so you
says
just
that,
don't
it
try
just
it, yeah.
stresses me out. Because like I'm like fuck, like why I'm reading her as such a crewmate. So but like I've known to like kind of like tune that out. By the way, so I've learned that.
I would not.
Ilyssa, the trust that I have for you for the rest of the game is now not valid because I think you could have killed 1 person. I think Pinky killed 2. Do you understand that?
Yes. But also, who else is going to claim to be voting Pinky out? Because I was one of the 2 votes on her.
I did.
What's the other one? Fairy did?
I did.
Yeah, so you didn't vote.
I didn't vote. Yeah, I know I didn't vote.
And 19, who did you vote for?
For last
19.
round?
Yeah, why'd you skip?
Because I was gonna get voted.
I did. Now I have her nail in the coffin. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't you just vote Pinky?
Because I knew you guys were voting.
But why wouldn't you just vote Pinky?
Now do you understand why I said I
Because
don't
I think
know?
it's Stell.
At least, okay, why should Stell not know at this point, right? I'm very confused by that.
Really?
Like, okay, so
She should, yeah.
at this point, me and Fairy like are hard cleared because we voted out. We are the only people who voted out the imposter. Like 19 should be fighting for that vote.
Yeah.
That's her only play, is to kind of push on Fairy a bit, or like because she's saying like, or she didn't say that she voted Stell. I think she said she skipped.
Yeah, she did. She claimed the skip.
I'm like,
Which
what?
was
You should just claim this.
Well, no, in all
Stell.
fair, it's probably true. She probably did skip.
I know. Actually, I think
Pinky
she
probably
voted Stell. I think she voted Stell when I watched it back on someone's stream.
You think?
Yeah,
And
I watched
Pinky
it.
skipped?
Yeah, Pinky skipped.
Huh.
Yeah, that's why I normally always try to
skip.
skip on 5 with my partner. Avoid like jester situation, or swapper situation. It depends if I think that's in the game. But she starts clean. This is when I'm like, okay, now I can rest easy knowing that she is imposter. Because
Which is funny, because Stell should look just as bad, if not worse, for not voting. But
no, actually, she looks better for not skipping, right?
You think?
Yeah.
I guess
Like-
actually knowing there's 2 imps still in, yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's absolutely no universe where 19 should be skipping. You think it's Stell?
Because Stell was saying that me, Pinky. Okay, so I was down for voting Pinky. Okay, I'm down for it to be Pinky and Stell. But then Stell started saying it was Pinky, me, and Ema when we were all left side, and there can't be 3 bodies left side.
The problem is there was, because we have two hardcore people in specimen who are
that-
accounted for
so
there.
that-
I'm willing to lose to Stell, so I'll vote 19.
Are you serious?
Oh, dude, let's go.
Fairy, please skip.
Dude, I
Guys, come on!
I'm
Good
not
job,
sure.
Stell. However, what
Stefan.
happened?
What the fuck?
Stefan, please.
Okay,
Oh my god!
The instant reaction. Ilyssa? Hello? I can't hear you.
Oh wait, fuck! I've been talking. Fuck. That's so annoying. But yeah, I was saying that like I always I read her, like she does so many crew tells in that meeting, and it just like stresses me out, and I'm just like, oh my god, thank God it's just like she was an imposter, because I had no fucking idea. I was stressed out just because of the whole like Ilyssa please and the are you serious? Like it's
19
like
also wanted to commit to the bit. Well, not
oh
the bit,
she always
but
commits to the bit. It's great.
Yeah.
She does emotional
I don't think people do
manipulation,
that.
but it's not an emotional manipulation that feels like
It's not that she's playing exclusively to emotion. It's just that she is passionate when she speaks all the time, always.
not necessarily that. It's not passionate. It's she's like what she is saying like really is getting to me, and I'm trying to figure out like how do I get that 19 energy into like your stories. Like she always does these, she puts these little things in her stories that sound so crew. Like, oh, she's like, oh, I failed at numbers twice or something. My numbers were 914 or something like that. Like, so I don't know. What do you think? Like, what do you think makes it like very good? Those
I
kind
don't
of
know. To me, it's always for me with 19. It always feels like I said, I always use the word passion because that's what it feels like to me. There's
Yeah.
a lot of energy and commitment behind everything she says, right?
Yeah.
Like, the rest of, like, we all play enough of this that we tend to,
we take some of the emotion out of it when we're like when we're talking stories and points and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like, that's not what we're really appealing to anymore, right? Because we're used to like playing off the logic and the numbers and the information, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when 19 speaks, right, she has that stuff, but she has a lot of like just the feeling behind it as well, I think. I mean, like we said, it's emotional manipulation, but not for the sake of emotional manipulation, right? It's like just that what she says has a lot of emotion associated with it, which just makes it feel more genuine, I think. Right? Like it's the way she speaks, right? Like, at least to me, right? It's less about what she says and how than how she says it.
Okay.
Right? At least that's what I think.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like what can I add to, like, I guess to be fair, I don't really get as much crew red as I used to be, which is like pros and cons. But like I'm trying to figure out like how do I get like crew red in like this meeting? Like it's like how do I have like games where I just get voted out 3 times in one lobby, and then I have a game where you kill in front of me, I report a body, and then I get like no votes the entire game. Like I don't know like what's the difference between that? Like how do I get no votes? Like it's like it made no sense to me. Like you remember this imposter game where I think you probably watched it.
You might have to remind me.
This is where this is like our imposter. Wait, no, this isn't our. What the fuck? Is this a different one? Oh, maybe I clipped both of them.
Really?
Movement. This is where we stacked bodies outside of electrical.
Where's Fairy? Is
I
Fairy
just
there?
don't know who it was.
You got cleared for your kill. But then you killed in front of me, who self-reports all the time. So I was like, fuck. Like, I do this exact self-report all the time. I think I actually missed you killing Fairy here. Yeah, I didn't actually see that. I was just like sick.
Interesting.
Let me just go here.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Or I know this game now that we're watching it.
Fuck. Oh no.
And she still never knows I killed Fairy right there.
Oh
my.
Hello. This is an electrical.
I see. Where is Ilyssa?
Hello. I'm in office. I'm pretty sure Mix is one of your killers.
Kind of hard.
Right, this is the one where you just put it on mix.
Because when I was in office, I saw them do like some really, really weird movement.
Yeah.
It was like the same movement I saw.
I know, like I literally was like, okay, who is well, Clicks is already kind of clear. I'm just gonna say Mix and hope they aren't like clear. Because I don't, yeah. So I just like RNG. Well, I didn't pick like Stell. I didn't pick Quicks. I picked like Mix.
Educated guess it.
I think I guess. And I don't know why if people consider that a crew tell. Like sussing people for movement as being a crew tell.
Maybe I think I mean, go back a little bit and listen to just how you say it. I think a little bit. Like play through real quick the part where you suss.
Sure. Okay, I'll just Yeah. It can copy to. Because...
Electrical.
Oh my.
Hello. This is an electrical.
I see. Where is Ilyssa?
Hello. I'm in office. I'm pretty sure Mix is one of your killers.
Kind of hard.
Can you explain why?
Because when I was in office, I saw them do like some really, really weird movement. It was like the same movement I saw Toxic and Cuppy doing before.
So
I remember, like, basically there was a game where Toxic and Cuppy were both imposters, and they both did the most imposter like double backs I've ever seen ever.
Yeah.
So remember what you said about what you felt like was true about what 19 says, right?
Yeah.
Or about the way 19, right? She has the little stories that go with everything, right?
Yes.
You know, like you were saying, failed numbers twice, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Like, listen to the way you said that, right? You called Mix out on movement and off. You completely made it up.
Yeah, yeah.
But you called him out on movement and you, like, had an anecdote of relation, right? Like, you, even though it was completely fabricated out of, right? You just kind of rolled with it, committed to it, and, like, compared it to something from before to, like, sort of make it, I don't know, feel more genuine, right?
Yeah.
And I think that definitely contributes here. That and the fact that Mix is a really easy scapegoat a lot of the time. But,
yeah. I guess that's true.
I think generally, I find myself doing it. I try not to, but like,
I think that they're just the best person to like. I couldn't do Quicks.
Mix is, like, I mean, it makes logical sense here to pick him, but also from a meta perspective, Mix is often a strong scapegoat because he's usually not clear, which means that just from a meta perspective, people are used to him not being clear, and therefore he's, like, you know, easy to push stuff onto because people sort of expect him to not be clear.
Okay. I also expected, I also expected if I put it on Cuppy, like, because Quicks kind of got cleared by Pinky for random weird reasons. I don't want to push it on Stell, and if I push it on Cuppy, I'm a lot more worried about that 50-50 kind of thing.
And Cuppy will fight back better, I think. Than Mix
Cuppy will fight back a lot better. But we get to this point
I
where
haven't been back there since the beginning.
So also I kind of brought up the movement sus thing because I do notice that a lot of times I crew read of people who sus people for movement. Right?
Yeah, that's also like a good way to just do the things that you read other people as crew for.
Yeah, that's what I've been. That's why I've been kind of like doing these like studies, I'm trying to figure out crew tells, and I'm like, okay, I don't really think people are crew when they do like sus people for movement, or I don't know. Yeah.
So there's your problem.
Where
I went
is
to
Quicks?
Quicks is between weapons and comms.
Where is Pyro?
I remember I decided I don't want to push it on Quicks at all because of the Pinky thing last round. Even though none of these people should be clear, right?
Yeah.
So what did you say?
Stell,
I missed that. Wait, did you say something?
I think that was in-game me.
Yeah, okay.
O2, I started in weapons with Mix somewhere, and Mix followed me into O2 towards the end of the round.
Do we have info on any of the other bodies?
Sure. I only saw Emo in O2 actually, and then I walked up because I thought Emo vented in here.
I didn't see emo when I went to canisters.
Do you think Sheriff are romantic?
Awesome.
I want to coordinate a vote. I don't want to like turn on someone.
If the romantic is imp-sided, the sheriff can shoot them.
Okay.
And my vote's resting on Pyro, by the way.
What?
Of all the rounds, you have.
You sound so imposter with that. What? Oh my gosh. What?
I think it was genuine surprise, actually.
Wait, really?
I don't remember for sure. This is the game where you reported the body in lights.
Yeah.
In the light store, right?
Yeah.
I think I was genuinely surprised at this point because I was clear like round one, and
You weren't clear
I'm
round
not clear
two.
this round.
No, Cuppy said you weren't
this-
clear. They brought it up as someone like there were that many people who could have done it. This is the round
Is
two
this
kill.
round 2 or round 3?
This is round 3.
Oh.
Yeah, and you weren't clear the round
the
before.
round 2 kill is the right. I remember I killed outside office. Right
Yeah.
side, round 2. Yeah. Okay, it probably wasn't genuine surprise then.
I think what I think maybe would have been looked good for you is for you to kind of throw some uncertainty at like Mix, Quicks, and me, and not necessarily Cuppy.
Yeah.
Like just like because you're just being defensive. I think can be, just put attention on you. No, Pyro was cleared by Fairy the first round.
People for the sake of it.
Yeah, I think that would help a lot.
Like, I mean, like basically what you just did to Mix, right? You made something out completely out of the blue and just threw it at him, and it's gonna work, and it really shouldn't, but it does, you know.
Oh yeah,
and I gotta get better at that because if I don't have genuine like sus to put on people, I won't, and I really need to, because like I gotta have something to work with, or I usually don't.
No, I mean like the thing is
I don't have anything to work with.
I think I have to do this, or it just like I literally have like no information. I've been chilling under storage for a 3-kill round. If I don't have like someone I want to vote and I don't have information, then I just know Cell's gonna push it on me like 100%, right?
Yeah.
Like literally, I'm like not seen by anyone.
I don't.
Also true. Good. Because I mean, that's basically what happens.
I'm
to me
between-
here, sort
Yeah,
of,
exactly.
is that
You
I
don't
haven't
what,
seen
Alyssa?
anybody. I don't call anybody out, and I get pushed.
Yeah, like you tried to go for. I think when I watched it back from. I don't think you were streaming this game, unfortunately. But when I watched it back from someone else's perspective, you went through specimen.
I did, yeah.
And
I
then,
do remember
fortunately, you
that.
just didn't get an admin table vouch.
Yeah, which sucks because I
Yeah.
really expected I would, but unfortunately not. I was
I
was
noticed
just
this
on mix
because Pyro
and
cleared
then
Fairy cleared
I don't
Pyro.
understand.
Okay. So what am I doing here? Like when someone's like, I said I don't necessarily want to vote Pyro because Fairy cleared Pyro. What am I not doing?
You're not vouching for me. You're sort of
Yes. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
you're-
I saw one in specimen, so they're clear.
yeah. You're not vouching. You're just
Saying like I'd prefer not to vote them because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like if I vouch for you being like, oh, I know they're in specimen,
down together,
we go
yeah, for
down
sure.
together 100%. Like here, I'm not really hard pairing with you. I'm just trying to like, I don't really feel good about
it's a
them.
position.
Yeah.
It's a position where if it goes down to 4 or 5, and I'm gone, it might still look bad for you. Like they might call you out on that, but
Mhm.
they're not going to call you on pairing with me. They're going to call you on not pushing me out or
Yes.
like being afraid to vote me.
Yes, exactly.
As opposed to calling out right here, and then we get. I mean, it looks a whole lot less like.
Yeah, that's like it's specifically why I'm not being like,
sure,
oh, I
yeah.
know Pyro's. I'm like, I'm trying to get it off you, but I'm not being like, oh, they're in
For sure.
specimen.
I'm
pairing
And it's
myself
good that
up
you
with them.
figured that out, like specifically.
Yes. And I'll try to do the same thing here or
As
there.
much as I don't
am
want this pairing, he's sadly doing
still
it.
less frequent with it, but I do try.
I want to vote Pyro or Mix, and I don't know why Mix is clear for 3 bodies, like potentially getting one of them. It's just
This actually helps us a lot. What helps us a lot right here about the cuppy mixing?
Wait, what in particular?
So
I
Cuppy
didn't quite
and-
catch
so-
what Stell just said.
So Cuppy's like, I'm pairing themselves. Like she's like, so what's happening is Stell wants to vote between Pyro and Mix. Cuppy is trying to clear Mix, right?
Yeah.
And
Which he's doing just because he wants to vote me, but
what?
Which he's doing 100% because he
Yeah.
thinks it's me and wants
Yes,
to vote me.
exactly. And I
because
think
I'm
also-
pushing mix it. Right, like
I think also Cuppy, I think they were together for a lot of the round. But because Cuppy's pairing themselves with Mix, like specifically, this looks like a lot stronger of a pair than the me and you pair.
yeah, it
And
definitely
so-
helps a lot.
and then, like-
I don't
Mhm.
actually. Yeah, I actually really don't agree with how Cuppy handles that in terms of the pair with mix. Like I get the idea behind it, but I don't think he's crew enough. I don't think he's red crew enough here to
Yeah.
hard pair with mix like that and just assume it makes him clear. Or assume
Yeah.
it makes me clear rather.
I think they were just trying to get you voted.
Yeah, that's definitely what he wanted, right? But
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
that's what he like, that doesn't achieve it because
Mhm.
he's not as clear as I think he thinks he should be here.
And it's a really, actually, it's a good thing. Like all these people live on 6 are pretty good players, right? Like, in general.
Yeah.
It's good to have people who are just like, people are paranoid of alive on, like, in
Yes.
these meetings because, like, Cell
Cuppy,
will never be, Cell is kind of paranoid of a Cuppy. And she's, like, never clear on Mix because they're never clear. And, like,
Cuppy is
she's never gonna,
actually-
what do you say?
Cuppy doesn't play as much anymore, but Cuppy for a long time was the person I was always most paranoid about. I was always afraid.
Mhm.
Like Cuppy was probably number 1 on my list that I was like never really sure if they were crew or
Yeah, that was I know Cell feels that way about Cuppy. I actually never I normally actually had I developed a pretty good read on Cuppy. I kind of figured out their style pretty well, like instantly. I kind of figured
it's
out
a lot
yeah.
easier now than it used to be.
Mhm.
I have noticed.
Well-
he had just enough of the chaos factor before that it was like I don't know what's going on with you.
Oh yeah. I remember the first time I played Among Us with Cuppy, which was I think like April of last year. And it was in like just a random vanilla lobby. And basically they're like, oh, I'm clearing Mix and Lore for the kill. And I'm like, okay, so you're the killer because everyone else is clear because you just cleared the remaining 2 people it could be. Right? And they're like, what? No, like, I don't know who it is, but I know it's just not them. And I'm like, yeah, but everyone else is clear. So, and if you're going to clear these people, then it's you. And like, they were the imposter. It was funny.
Nice.
And I just noticed that that's something they consistently would do when in bobsled would be like, they're like, I'm clearing these people for being in labs. And then they'd be in like O2 and like no one really questioned it. So that's like, I always kind of questions like, oh, so you guys can see Cuppy right now. And they're all like, hell no. And I'm like, okay, so Cuppy killed this. Yeah, I think I figured out Cuppy's.
Yeah, he's definitely more unbreedable now than he used to be. So I've been less paranoid about it, right? But it back when like pre-Waffle House, I think he was a lot scarier as a player, at least. You know, to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, and modded, he's not as scary for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
Because he's not
plays less than he used to too.
Yeah, and he's not also familiar with the roles, so you're not really worried about them getting like a guess or win either. Even like when like you're like, oh, that role should be absolutely obvious. Like they're obviously skipping because they're arsonist, but yeah. So that helps. Like that's one of the pros of having like decent people alive in your final 6 is that you don't like have people who are going to be meted as crew.
Yeah, it's definitely harder with like there are certain people where it's like, well, if they're here, they're probably, you know, like the way they're speaking, they're gonna get cleared, and then
Yeah.
they're in trouble because it's like, well,
That's one of the most frustrating things to me is when people get crew meted, and you're just like they get crew
And you can't
meted for
really-
like reasons that are stupid.
and it's like hard to blame the crew for it because it's like you can definitely see it's like, okay, they're crew. Like,
Yeah.
I can't fault you for reading them crew because I'm reading. But
Yeah.
like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, that's why I always like to play with like people like that's why I like all like my favorite players like are the people like that are like
You're never quite 100%.
I'm never
or at
quite
least you're
sure.
not all-
Like I remember there was this final 5. It was like me, you, 5up, 19, and Wiz. Literally, I'm never gonna trust like any of those people
Any of
ever,
them.
right? Like it's like like literally like
What a
I cannot
list. Oh
crew.
my
I'm not
God.
gonna crew read any of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a list.
I
finished it
I
with
don't
Wiz,
like
and I was
I don't like the
oh.
Cuppy mixed pairing.
I'm voting
It's
mix.
the fact that I don't like how Ilyssa tossed me somewhere I wasn't.
Okay,
That,
whatever.
actually, that was genuine.
No, I was never in office.
What?
Yeah, he was on weapons with me,
Oh,
and then
I
we went
totally
into
missed that
comms.
Yeah, he
I
said it
stated
very.
I wasn't in-
He said he wasn't. He's like I wasn't there, and I said oh, like pretty early into the round, and I don't think anyone caught it.
I didn't hear it. I was like,
No,
I was
sorry.
genuinely
Okay.
surprised on like 10 seconds there when he's like, who did?
Okay,
I was
and then
just like,
I did something.
what?
I don't know if you noticed specifically what I did here. Like I asked a specific question, or I said something specific to get a reaction.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
So did I just miss it when Nick said he wasn't office? I mean, that doesn't make me want to vote him last, but
I don't want to vote Cuppy.
Yeah, I think that's true. I don't want to
why
vote
would you
Pyro.
pair with Mix there?
So you know what I did there? Do you understand?
Not really. I mean,
I wanted to
honest.
get a mayor read on Cuppy.
I'm honest, I don't know how that helps there.
Really? You don't hear that? You don't hear the change in his
Oh,
voice.
okay. Now, okay, I see what you mean now.
Yeah.
You're asking it with the intent that you have understood that he's mayor.
Yes, exactly.
Checking. Okay.
Yeah,
I get
and
it
you
now.
hear his nervous laughter.
Yes.
Like listen to this again. Like I thought it was like I almost
So-
shot them as mayor, but I wasn't getting voted, so I didn't want to like.
Yeah, so funny story. I didn't pick up pick up on that at all when I shot Cuppy as mayor.
He
It was
just-
completely unrelated.
Yeah, yeah.
I shot him based on my
office.
general perception
doesn't
of
make-
who everyone else. And it was
Yeah.
entirely a numbers game for me.
Yeah.
Make me want to vote him last, but
I don't want to vote Cuppy.
Yeah, I think that's true.
See, in my head, that's you like
I don't want
sandbagging
to
for
fire
getting
anyone.
shot here.
there.
Yeah. No, I am specifically asking that to see if he's nervous, and he was so nervous. I almost just shot him as mayor there. Like, do you read
so
that now?
I-
Like, do you see how his
Yeah,
meeting is
100%.
different?
I get it
Yeah.
now. It's just that I was not picking up on the fact that you were mayor reading him there.
Yeah. So what I was,
Already.
my plan was to do if you got voted out was going to be to just like
Kill Stellar Quicks and then shoot Cuppy.
Yeah.
If you have to.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I could also verify that the votes were there. So,
Mhm.
but
Yes,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
I was like really sure that they were the mayor. And so when you shot them, it felt like, I'm like, yeah, no, I got it. Like, yeah, because that they're normally way more confident than that.
Mhm.
I was,
Yeah,
I was wondering if you
100%
picked up on that. So that's
I
curious.
100% missed that, like, during the game. I think mostly, in part because I'm, like, focused on Cuppy, like, doing the math and figuring, because at this point, I'm 100% certain I get shot in this meeting, right? Figuring out,
yeah.
all right, is Cuppy a mayor, right? If he's not a mayor, do I know any other? Who is the mayor? Right?
So
That kind of thing.
I basically spent this entire meeting just trying to see. I also want to see if Quicks potentially voted Mix, right? Too.
Mhm.
So like I'm kind of
Yes.
just kind of like working around the room like slowly. I don't know if you noticed that.
Because I was in Mix.
They sound so nervous.
That doesn't mean.
So why were you between Mix and Pyro?
I'm so confused.
It wasn't like necessarily. It was kind of Pyro for that round, but it was the round before
I gotta
actually
stop
that
doing
made me
that,
think
too.
because just Pyro wasn't clear. It's just Pyro has
That
had a
is the thing
distinct
that I know
lack
I
of
gotta stop
being
doing.
clear this game.
Yes.
I mean, that's just not accurate. But
I gotta
okay.
stop saying I'm
Oh, round one, you're clear.
I'm
Round
clear
one,
on
you were
one.
clear.
I guess, yeah. I'm not clear on two.
What's really funny? Mix was clear round 1 by like 3 people. Excel cleared Mix
No
the
one
first
will
round.
know. No one will know.
And like I needed to
Fine.
bring up a reason for you to be clear that wasn't me vouching for you in specimen.
Yes. Yeah.
But like round
The
3,
Dwayne
I'm
kill.
only not clear because like none of you are checking admin tape.
But
Tell you.
there's
That was
3 dead
genuine
people
annoyance right
somewhere.
there.
Yeah,
you,
that's
you
fair.
know that info, so you can't rely on that one.
I
In
mean,
fact,
I
there's
guess.
2 other bodies in the map. I know that it's not an O2 or weapon, and I know that me and Mix swapped from there.
I don't think I just claim
Quicks,
specimen
you're being
unless
very
I know
quiet,
there's no
by the way.
office.
Pyro says
it just doesn't
Quicks
make
is very
sense.
quiet.
I am very quiet.
What's
Hello.
up?
Also, why is Ilyssa clear?
I'm not clear at all. I self-reported
She's
first
not
round,
either.
clearly, right?
Nice.
Dwayne kill, she was with Mix and weapons, and they both cleared each other.
That is true. I cleared Mix that round.
And then Mix went back
Dwayne
into
kill.
weapons, which makes me think he's finishing his task.
So the thing for me is like, I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, are you talking?
No,
Okay.
that was me and the.
Actually,
I want to vote once on someone who's
Cuppy
not
would
Cuppy
just do that.
Okay.
for fun.
So I think we get some info from that. Quicks is saying, I want to vote once on someone who isn't Cuppy.
Yeah.
That means that they probably voted for Mix, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I 100% agree, and it's part of why I shot Cuppy. Yeah.
Yeah, so like this is why I'm like I was actually specifically looking for these like digging on like trying to read everyone on to who could have potentially off-voted because I
That
thought
one I picked up. The reason I missed the first one is because in order to understand, like in order to catch the first one, right? I have to make the assumption that you've already read
Cuppy
right?
is, yeah.
Sorry, I think I cut out there. What I was saying, it just in order to catch that one, right? I have to assume that you have already, as that meeting, read Cuppy as mayor, right?
Yeah.
And I tend not to make assumptions that often about what my partner does or doesn't like think or know.
Yeah.
Because it can go very wrong if you're not careful.
Yeah, yeah.
And also just like I haven't made a habit of it. But it is definitely useful when you can like accurately read what your partner is or isn't thinking.
So yeah, I kind of went into that thinking that I came into the thinking Cuppy was mayor and that there was probably a mayor between Mix and Cuppy. And then I asked these questions. I asked like Cuppy, I'm like, oh, I don't want to vote Cuppy. Nervous laughter. Yeah. And then Quick's like, I want to vote someone on once who isn't Cuppy. That indicates that they voted for Mix. And so that's like very useful.
Not for fun.
Yeah, so
for
to me, my
fun.
default
Not
assumption
really
would
for
have been
fun.
that
But
everybody
we
voted with us because it felt like we shouldn't have won that vote, and we did. Right?
Yes.
Which would typically indicate the mayor's with us as opposed to against us, right?
Yes, because like I was pretty sure
But
Stell
just-
voted with us.
Yeah, so that was where I went basically with it, was like doing the math. I'm like, what are what are the odds it's just me, you, and Stell, right? I didn't feel like that was right. It felt like it was, and it just doing the math and how it felt like people were in this meeting and the one before, it definitely felt more like Mix plus Cuppy on me, and then Stella and Quicks voted with us, right?
Yes, exactly.
Which is why I eventually take the shot, right? But,
yeah. Okay. I'm glad I did something that helped you, because I thought you read the nervous laughter immediately, because I picked up on that and I was like, okay.
I read that as Cuppy just like I don't know, like in hindsight, right? Like it makes sense to be Mayor nervous laughter. It just like at the time I was not paying that much attention.
Yeah.
Or at least in that aspect, I didn't pick up on it because I didn't make the connection that you were already on board with the Mayor thing as well.
Yeah. I was you don't vote for fun.
No, not
That's
for
why I
fun,
always
but
give
for
it
peace
up.
of mind, right? Because if that's wrong, this is our button opportunity, right?
Yeah, it's between Ilyssa, Pyro, Cuppy to me, which is just.
How dare you?
Do we want to vote
How
Pyro
dare
completely
I?
You said
50-50?
there actually also
I don't think it was a 50.
to me anyway, a mixed vote as well.
Yep,
It's just
100%.
like,
That's why
if
I
that was
really
wrong,
wanted
which sort of
Quicks
has
talking
the
in this
energy
meeting.
of,
Yeah.
I agreed with it and voted it, but if it's wrong, right?
Yeah. I wanted Quick's info from this meeting. When
Yeah,
when
like,
I was just like, yeah.
I feel like if he voted mixed there, it's like
He would
the
bring it
wording's
up.
different.
He'd be like, he would say that.
I feel like that was wrong as opposed to if that was wrong.
Yeah, he would definitely agree. Like he might not have said I voted this because of the mayor. He would say that in vanilla for sure. He would say like I voted the other person. He would say that
in
this situation.
So he may not say that because of the mayor, but in this context, I feel like it comes up differently.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
50-50, because I'm just kind of like on it, like.
Well, I'm paired with Mix, and it's best to, since the pair's already broken.
Yeah, and then I was happy you took the
just
shot.
sitting there hovering the mayor option.
Yeah, I was like.
Part of the hesitation is also if I shoot here, does it look right? So I wait until the end.
Yeah. I think it worked out because that's like one of the dangerous things about shooting on 5 is that
you've actually done this to me before. I don't remember where it was, but there's a game where I specifically called you out on it, I think, because you shot on 6 and I got shot after.
I think we were both fucked that game anyway. I'm pretty sure that's a recent game, right?
I do remember like distinctly. I was like, there's a chance though that like if you don't shoot there, you get shot, and I maybe get to make a play with a double kill here, and we actually win. It might have been on 5 with both of us.
I think it was like comms were off too. I think it was comms were off too or something too.
I don't remember. I have to go find it.
I wouldn't have shot if I thought like you had like a really good chance. Like I was just like,
which is fair.
Like because even games like I brought up this game. I think you were in it. I did a VOD review of it. It was my imposter game with Apple, where it's like a very similar kind of meeting where I kind of like. I want to find it. Listen, though, it's shit. It was the arsonist. Where is it? Epic fail. Okay, yeah. So it's like this meeting when I had a read on Pinky being sheriff.
To it also from lab. Are you reporting this body outside electrical?
I am.
I just walked up to it also from lab.
Okay. I thought it was going to be in weapons, so I checked there first. When I checked vitals only, Yuri was dead.
Yeah, where's Ilyssa?
Which one I'm just coming out of lower decontam. There's a body on admin table.
Which body? What's this?
I do not know.
It's Pyro and Stepdog and somebody else. 19 were in labs, and there were 4 of them. There was Pyro, Stepdog, 19, and I was there looking, and I stood by the door to see if anyone came out, and no one came out until the lights went off. And then 19's dead.
Pinky, who do you think is? Pinky, who do you think? Who do you think it is if it's not me?
I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked that question. Who do you think it is if it's not me? I want to see like Apple's chances of getting shot here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you self-reported round 1 because I was with Quicks the majority of last round. And I don't think he got a kill.
Okay, so okay, Pinky, you remember the first round when the lights were on, and I was in water wheels, and then like you're saying that you came and checked on me, and that it was dead shortly after you checked on me.
No, I checked on Mix and Quicks in water wheels. They were doing water jug actually, and then I walked out. I passed Apple, and then like almost a few seconds later, this is getting reported. So it was just very strange. It could have been Apple for the kill. For me, it was like, I don't know, not Quicks after last round. So it could be Apple or a self-report. But Apple went into canisters. I don't know if you're clearing them. I don't know what happened.
I'm very unsure here.
Yeah.
You knew.
I felt like if I voted, I guessed out that Apple wouldn't get shot.
Yeah.
Because like that's why I was kind of asking her. Like she wasn't saying it's Ilyssa and Apple. I was asking. She's like, it's one of you two for this kill. So if I shoot out, then Apple doesn't get shot for that kill in particular because I am imposter.
Because you're dead. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, there's another. I mentioned it in like the VOD review, but I don't know if you pick it up on it. Like Pinky did a lot of like kind of sheriff tells, and it's kind of like Pinky is a very aggressive sheriff. So, if I took that shot, and she wasn't sheriff, then it's a little bit of a peace of mind thing because I don't have to worry about Apple being sheriffed by Pinky, too. Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so I was like, I don't know. I love reading sheriff.
I think that's a fair shot on 5.
Yeah, especially because it's at like 100%. I think Pinky is probably one of the
shot on 5 and 6 is really major though.
What?
I don't think you take that if it's on 6.
I don't take it if it's on 6, because then like then they have another vote, right? Like, I'd only take that if I was like way more sure.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like, yeah.
If you're taking a shot on 6, you better be certain you're not about. Because.
Yeah. Because then it's like, oh, you're like, and that's like the most dangerous thing.
It makes it really easy for crew.
They're like, oh, we can just vote the other sus person. Yay, imposter out. Versus like me, if I misfired there, they'll like, we can play this on 4. Like,
yeah.
And Pinky will definitely skip if she's sheriff. She'll just hunt out an Apple.
If they make the mistake on 4, then it's over.
Yes. Yep. Hence why I always try to self-report. But yeah, no, that game I just thought we were just both goners. Like I think comms were off too, and so it's just like, yeah, it's just
like it was fair. It was just like one of the.
No, I understand. If I thought like if we hadn't both been like, they were like, there's 2 killers between Ilyssa, Pyro, and one other person, and I'm like, yeah, I probably should have done a warlock kill. I thought I was just like outed already. But yeah, no, I didn't even consider doing a warlock kill, actually. Like another one.
Yeah.
That which was bad. No, I definitely misplayed that game. That game was like super bad. Yeah. Like I'm aware, like, yep, that one I want to forget about. But yeah. That's like sometimes like that's why like I kind of like I will dig a lot in meetings to see which way people are leaning.
Interesting, yeah.
Like that's like I think one of the things I think I do well as imposter is I try to like read into people specifically on like who is uncertain here, like who can I sway, what do they know, why do they know it, like I did that in the imposter game I had with Stell when like I think I was getting kind of pushed potentially. I was being pushed by Kara, and I knew, and I'm like, let me just like say like because Kara said it was between me and Queen. I'm like, what if I just say it's not between me and Queen? What if it's between Quicks and Stell? And that got to her. Like I could kind of tell the uncertainty. And there's also one thing, I don't know if you watched the Bamboozle game with 5UP. Is you were in it?
Yes.
You watched it?
I think it did.
I did something like I did basically in our imposter game on 6. Shit. Let me find it.
Sinvict isn't your recommended.
I'm just I'm on this, but we don't elevating a self-report.
Sinvict does good Isaac stuff.
Yeah, I did the music. It was fun, like the Swan Lake music that I made us dance to. That made me so happy. Fuck. Epic fail. Okay, yeah, that's what it.
This round, I could just kill.
That's my 2 cents on it. Pinky was dead. I try to do the exact same thing, but it doesn't work.
I was not expecting to see a vent there.
Thank you, Brick, for
Hi,
reading.
there's 3 people dead, and they've all been dead for like at least 5-6 seconds minimum. I don't know what. Yuri's dead somewhere above storage.
See, I come in with a sus. I'm just making up a morphling, seeing Stell at office with Pinky and saying that she probably killed Pinky. I heard the same thing I did before.
Any, unless there's some in Spessy.
Wait, no. I last saw Stell with Pinky.
That is
where?
false. Pinky was never. No. Hello?
Alyssa, where did you see
Also, I've never
I saw
seen
them together in
Alyssa.
office. I saw them together
There's
in
a
office.
difference between
No.
trying it with Stell.
Stell went at the start of the round to Spessy.
No, I've done it with Stell
and
before.
Is ending
I mean, yeah, but like,
on
I just mean generally speaking.
Yeah.
scan with me. I know Stell did
Much
not
more
see
immediate and
Pinky.
obvious
in the
Okay,
round,
then
I guess I
so-
saw a morphling of Stella because I saw that's.
I was really
Pinky's dead.
nervous.
I saw Pinky was
this
dead on
game.
vitals. Well, no, I saw Stella and
Okay,
Pinky.
I thought this round won, and I thought it was Alyssa and 5 Up as a pair, but that's my 2 cents on it. It could be Pyro, but like, it's less Pyro.
Stell and
Stell,
Kate,
are you
guys-
wait, hold on. I'm just making sure. Stell, you're clearing Kate and Apple, right?
Absolutely.
Well,
Alright,
when you guys were in Specimen, when I thought Kate left before you, Stell, and I thought I
did
stayed
leave
in it with you,
first.
They did,
and then you
and I
left out of the
followed behind their
bottom.
decon cycle, triggered the decon, walked
Stell
out,
was
found
the
them on
decon
scanner.
cycle behind me.
All right.
So wait, no one's
Apple.
concerned about the Stella and Pinky in
No,
office,
what
right?
I'm picking up on right now is Apple is probably the only innocent person that's fully confirmed. And
What do you think I'm picking up on in this meeting? Do you have any idea?
Not really. But I also don't remember all the context for this game, so if that's at all useful.
Well, no, it's basically this round is pretty, like, it's not really useful. It's just basically this meeting. So Kate and Stell are super clear on each other, right?
Yes.
And Apple is just like kind of in the background being like, no, but I thought this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's saying this and she's basically kind of getting ignored, right?
Yeah.
And then it's a pair of either Stell Kate or Alyssa Pyro.
Whoa.
I don't think Pyro reports here, but I'm really confused about this
Pyro
Stella
has
Kate
to
thing.
report. I'm right behind him.
Okay.
Pyro is forced to report. I'm right behind him.
I want to
There's-
scan
there's a-
Apple who they prefer more between Alyssa and 5 Up.
I prefer to shoot Alyssa.
Wait,
shooting-
Apple,
shoot
I
Alyssa,
would
shoot
prefer to
Alyssa.
shoot Stell, actually.
I'm not doing that.
Stell I last saw with Pinky.
Well, I know, but
that
Apple
was
and I
like
can both
literally the
clear Stell
most
for
like
being
one
seen in
tier
office.
imposter play ever. So Apple voted
difficulty-
Stell and then 5 Up voted me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember that now. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So like you
No
see how I
way.
kind of like I talked to Apple in that meeting. I'm like, Apple, actually,
Yeah.
I want to vote Stell. Like that's like I think one of the things I'm kind of good at picking up on is like, okay, this person can be swayed, and sometimes it's not about swaying everyone. It's about swaying one person enough to vote with you.
It's true. That's all you need, really.
Yeah. And that's why I'm just like 5 Up after
Because
this.
I
Was just
thought
like,
you left out of lower decontam, not upper decontam.
I went up. So
this is just funny. I don't know if you.
I remember this now, yeah.
Deafen.
I'm not deafening. Who the hell votes there? What?
Bro, 5 Up, you could have died.
Well, obviously in retrospect,
Bro,
who got bamboozled? What?
I was making a good case.
I got bamboozled.
Wait, why would you? Wait, you voted me out?
I did vote you.
What
Vote
the
you
hell?
out.
Also,
That's
also,
unlucky.
we've never won as imposters together, and I'm like, and I think you're the
Yeah, you don't win as imposters because 5 Up
I've won
votes
with
you
everyone
out.
in the entire lobby except for you, 5 Up. Everyone in the entire lobby.
Hey, this is winnable. What do you mean? What the hell?
Let's not try to kill.
Just 'cause you
Jazzy.
got
voted doesn't funny mean because they
I
just
don't
like
know how to. How do I win this? Fuck this. Fuck you.
It was so funny. It was so funny, but yeah. Yeah, that was just funny. I just kind of want to bring up like that. It was kind of like I think like that's something like reading people in the meetings is kind of like something I've talked a lot with Kara about doing potentially. And I think it would be good for you too. Like just to like kind of
Definitely, yeah.
see who the weak spot is in the people. Who is the weak spot? Identify that, and then hone in on that. Hone in on their deepest insecurity. Like,
Damn. Okay. Get a bit personal now.
yeah. See, this is why I say imposter is very stressful for me, because I am very like paying attention in these meetings, and I'm like trying to be very involved. When yeah, it's so,
I just generally I gotta play my meetings a little bit better. I've noted. I mean, I've mentioned it.
Yeah.
That my meetings are unfortunately have sort of fallen off in more recent gameplay, just because it's a lot harder than it used to be to play meeting, because everyone knows everyone at this point, right? Like, you know, I get away with a whole lot less lying than I used to, which makes meetings feel harder to play, but it just means I gotta play them a bit better, I suppose.
Wait, because you think you're getting meta, or? Wait.
Not so much meta as like, I mean, I'm a little bit meta, but like, just generally in the long term, right? Like, when Among Us started out, right, and for the first couple, I was one of those people that just kind of like got away with lying all the time because I didn't have imposter voice. It just wasn't a thing that people could read on me. Right?
Yeah.
And that stopped happening, right?
Yeah.
Less because I developed an imp voice, but more because people got used to like playing around not having an imp
Yep.
voice, right?
I understand that 100%.
Not having an imp voice doesn't matter anymore, right? Because people actually read you on other things and the information, as opposed to, you know, just sounding bad or not sounding bad, right?
No, I gotcha.
And
It's
so
very
I leaned
demotivating. Yeah.
harder- And so I definitely leaned a lot harder into mechanical gameplay as opposed to meeting gameplay, right? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah.
I tend to focus a lot more on, or at least like what I tend to play better at is making mechanically like difficult or like weird, like,
Yeah.
weird or mechanically difficult or like just outlandish kills that I end up being like objectively clear by, instead of like, you know, playing a meeting for a lie or,
But like, yeah, I think
know, that kind of thing.
do like you can play the meetings, like you can play the meetings for sure. Like you have the potential.
I definitely used to, and
some
I know
people
I
like
could,
don't
I
really
just gotta
have
be
like
better
I'm
about
just
it.
like not really like I don't think I'm ever gonna like I think like you have like just like if you like fix a couple things and just like you've tricked me more than other people for sure.
Yeah.
Like I think I'll
Why, thank you.
yeah, like I mean even like I was talking with like I think I was doing VOD reviews with Kara, and I'm like, yeah, no, sometimes I just have trouble reading you. Sometimes I really think you're a crewmate. And she's like, but I feel like it's all the time, you know, it's me. And I'm like, it's probably only half of the time. And that's actually not that bad for like this lobby. Like, yeah, because like normally it's like some people I'll read like instantly, just depending on like a vocal tell.
Yeah, I tend to play very far away from like playing off of vocal reads, that kind of thing. I just generally pay as much attention to. I saw my mic cut out. I generally just don't pay as much attention to tells like other people do. I mean, I know you and Stell pick up on them a lot more, for instance, and lots of people do, honestly. I just tend not to pay as much attention, in part because I'm not as good at picking them, but also just because I prefer to play the game from a more, like, objective and information-based perspective, right? Like, it's just the way I like to play.
I think I used to kind of be against like the meta thing, but then I just like everyone else was doing it.
Wrong with it.
Yeah, and it's like and it's not honestly. It's like I try not to point it out anymore, because well, Stell used to point it out for me, and then I just think we just agreed like we're just not gonna like I think point out the vocal thing. She'll say sometimes like is this like a particular word and how she says it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like Pinky's the same way. I don't know who else. Some like depends. Like even like Apple, I can vocal read. Like one time I got both imposters off the first like one kill just because I can vocal read the other one's like nervousness.
Yeah.
And okay,
I don't think I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's fine. And I mean, it's not like you can ask people to stop noticing when people are bad, right? Like, you can't really ask that, right? How, right?
Yeah.
Like, you could ask them to just pretend like they didn't notice, but like, how do you even, you know who's bad, right? Like, how are you supposed to not, right?
Okay.
It's just like, so I have absolutely no problem with it.
Okay.
I just, like, it doesn't come naturally or quite as naturally for me, and so I never bothered to put a whole lot of effort into it.
Okay.
But I definitely, like, should more than I do.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely very strong.
Yeah, I think it depends on the people, but it's like not a foolproof thing. For
Definitely,
sure. And okay, so I had like one last thing. Yeah.
I think I've said it on stream once or twice. Like, I gotta just vibes people more often.
mix.
Because, like, it works when I do it. It's just, like, with reasonable frequency.
Mix, car,
I
mix.
just don't, like,
I'm very
there was that one game we lost a 5-up where you had admin info, something or other, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And, like, you were vibes reading as crew to me, right?
Yeah.
But I voted you anyway because objectively the information made it you.
No, it didn't though, because we didn't have timing on the bodies.
So that one did. I had timing on when 5-up entered comms, right? And it was a miscommunication.
Yeah.
More than, like, I understood based on the timing, like.
Yeah.
5-up should have been clear based on the information as I understood it. Right?
Oh yeah,
it was
yeah,
just a miscommunication of what the information actually.
Yeah, because I thought I said I'm like I go to vitals, the bodies are already dead, and then I go to admin table, and this was the admin information right as comms was called.
Yeah, and so from my perspective, I've known where 5-up has been, right?
Yeah,
and that admin info as I got. That admin info put him in a spot where I felt like pathing wise he couldn't make a kill because you said they're dead. He's where I think he should be, right?
Yeah.
And therefore he should be clear, even if the bodies are already like the bodies being already is the reason he's clear to me, right? If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah,
if I'm remembering that game correctly, anyway. But it was just a miscommunication thing in there, and like had I just played that
off vibes.
If I'd played that off vibes instead of like straight up info, right? I probably wouldn't have voted you there because you read crew. It was just like, I mean, I think I said it like objectively.
Yeah.
That your admin info makes it just you. To
See,
me, right?
like it was really sad. Is that game? I read you as crew, and I wanted to vote with you.
But I wanted,
And you voted out Kara on 5. You're like, I want to vote out Kara. I don't think it's 5-up. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, Pyro, I'll vote out Kara, even though I think it's 5-up. And then if I just voted for 5-up, he would have been voted out. Because Stell voted them, and I didn't know. And I was like, God damn it.
Yep.
Like, just sometimes you just have to be vocal. So, yeah.
That was definitely one of those ones where I'm like, yeah, this is another situation of I gotta trust my vibe reads more.
Okay. I wanted your one of the last things I want to go over is I have like I want your feedback on this crew game because I am still very confused by it. So this is the game that like I don't know if you watched the game that Stell just posted to YouTube.
No, not yet.
Well, it's a one where she was imposters with Kara and she kind of got like hard cleared by Apple. Like the first round. Okay. I don't know if that brings up any vibes or I could
big memories. If we watch it, I'll probably remember.
Okay, I could just
I'm not like as long as I'm not like dead first, I'll probably remember it. Sometimes I'm dead first. I'll like.
Let's play this meeting.
Slightly to the right. It's Yuri's body basically on the download.
Oh, okay. Their bodies.
Is this an office? Yeah.
Like 8 seconds.
Office download.
Wait. So you said they were dead, and you checked vitals before reporting.
I checked vitals, saw the 2 were dead, and then I walked to the right and got the report. It was like.
Wait, but if it's on download, you get.
No one ever walks to the right.
Okay, sure. Sounds good. Sorry.
I didn't get the report until.
Sorry. Let's get clears. I guess.
It doesn't matter. It was already dead.
These are both going to be within 10 seconds. I was in Speci with
Apple just
Stell,
left me in
Apple,
Speci.
Yuri. Yeah, I
Yeah,
left
Stell
Apple
didn't get
out
either
there.
of these.
I left
Kara.
with Yuri. I checked vitals with them. No one was dead. I went to the left. I'm entering weapons now.
I'm sorry, do we have timing for both?
Both reasonably
yeah, within
fresh,
10
but not.
seconds.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, I'm actually reading Stell as like hard impure.
Exact timing.
So that's
I'm feeling a little bit
where's
here
Mix
too,
and
actually.
Lou?
I've never
Yeah.
been great at reading
I'm
Stell.
in
Like,
communications
although
with
that's
them,
just
you know,
generally
so I walk-
applicable.
I-
I've never been great at reading most
I am
people.
still in the
but
same
Yeah.
place Quicks left.
I'm with
Yeah,
Lou
I
on
left
that.
Lou
She
in
sounds kinda
weapons.
bad
Where'd you
here.
come from to get
Or
there?
at least not crew.
O2, where a lot of people were,
Actually, that's
including
typically what I do.
Ferry
Is
at the
I
beginning.
Yeah, Ferry
I will
was there
read
in the
people
beginning.
imp.
I
I'll
didn't-
read them as either
Crew.
I will read people as crew, but I don't tend to read people as imp.
Mhm.
I'll just read them as you're either reading crew or you're not reading crew. if that makes
Yeah. Okay.
sense. You're
See where
reading
she
neutral,
went.
I guess.
I also saw Ilyssa, Mix, and Pyro in that
I'm
area.
still in O2.
I left O2.
Is Ilyssa cleared?
Yes. Queen, where are you?
For both kills, or like, can I not clear Ilyssa for
I'd
both kills?
actually kind of assume Fairy would end up by comms and weapons, right?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that very imp-voice to me.
Yeah, see, I would not have called that out at all.
I'm not calling it out. I'm just like
Personally.
it sounds imp-voice to me. It just
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Like to me,
I
I
didn't
would
see
not
the
have.
body,
called
but
it
I feel
out.
behind me,
I
that
don't
makes
think.
sense.
I'm gonna clear Lou for the body I'm reporting. I think. I don't think it's possible.
Stell and
about-
Apple should be clear for Yuri's as well.
What about Queen?
Yeah.
Ferry
Queen,
left like
where are you?
6 seconds before
I
you,
am on my
so
way to
she
fix
could be
lights.
From where?
all the way to
I
Med
think
Bay.
Stell is
You're
good
what?
for both.
Okay.
From
There was
dropship?
one dropship, by the way. There was one dropship.
Oh yeah, so now I'm measuring her as crew because she's probably AFK. Probably.
Yeah, which sucks. but yeah.
Kara, where were you
Yeah,
before
if-
then? Since you're like
Speci office.
He
going
was
to
in
weapons.
to agree on that
Speci.
point.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
ran
with
Fury
Apple,
all the way
so-
from labs through Speci.
Kara,
Wait, if both bodies
she.
are like,
Oh, sorry,
if the other
she.
body's left
Yeah.
side, Apple Stell should be hard cleared, by the way.
Have angered
Yeah,
the mayor.
Stell didn't
Bodies
get
from
either of
Ocho-
these for sure.
in Ocho area.
Neither did Apple. Okay.
I was a mayor. That's funny. Okay, so now I see all my susses. Kara could have definitely got a kill. Kara mix. Some reason I don't really feel great about the still clear. She's clearing them and they're right next to the body. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I do not trust Apple's hard clears at this point. Just like, I mean, like, there's like some people I trust to do like a really good hard clear, and then there's some I'm like, they've been gaslit before.
I do the same thing. It's not even the gaslighting for me. It's just like you get used to who is willing to give them out.
Yeah.
When maybe they shouldn't.
Oh.
And who is like.
Yeah, you
who
would know
will
that better
not
than
dare-
others.
Who will not dare to say that someone's hard clear unless 100%.
Yeah, actually, that's not surprising that you know that because of your playstyle of you know who to gaslight. Okay, so I see you and you and Lou in labs.
Yeah, there are definitely people I prefer to hang around after like a kill or whatnot.
Too many people are going to Speci.
And I also like to think I'm one of the people that is
Mhm.
very, very
Okay,
wary
that's
of hard.
said.
Unless I'm sure.
Okay. I want you to pay attention to this admin information, by the way. And because I actually called something out that was actually true. That made me really happy. Or just like look at the admin info.
Yeah.
So I just came from lab, so I'm really just focusing on the left side because I'm looking for the dead body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was, yeah. Wait, shit. Too many people. There's an Undertaker. I'm pretty sure. Do you know how I figured that out? Trying to find it. What's it said? Okay. So I know I just left you guys in labs, right? Okay, so I have 202, 1 electrical, 2 labs, right?
Yeah.
And I know there's no dead bodies in labs because I just came from there, right? And the body's already dead.
Mm-hmm.
1 electrical. So the 102 goes okay, so what happens here? On the side.
We lose our electrical blip. The one in boiler moves up to the rest of O2.
Yep.
And then we're about to see one come back.
Yeah. There's an Undertaker. How do I know there's an Undertaker? What makes me think there's an Undertaker from that?
I assume it's the like magical disappearing blip. Yeah.
No.
Oh, really? Interesting. There.
It's actually let's go. So, what do you expect to find? Okay, let's say that there's a okay, sorry. So we know there's no dead bodies in labs, right? Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, okay, I'm back. I killed a bug. Sorry.
So we know there's no dead bodies in labs, right?
Yeah.
So right here, the body would be in O2, right? The person, like, there could have been a body in electrical, but they left, right? They went down to O2.
Yeah.
And there's no body being reported, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means that the body is probably off admin somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not reporting a body in O2, and I know there's not bodies in labs. So based off that, I'm like, okay, there's a good chance that because of how long this body is taking to get reported, there is an Undertaker.
Okay, that makes sense to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because the off admin bit makes sense to me. It was the Undertaker jump that I was not on board with.
Because I play Undertaker so much, I really know what it looks like on admin table. And it's just like it's as if his body's taking a really long time to get found and everyone is moving. That means that his body is hard to find because it's not getting found.
On board with that, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's like, I look at it and I'm like, there is an Undertaker.
Typically what would happen for me here is I would assume after, I spend another 20 seconds looking for this and don't find it. Because I get from here probably that it's off table, right? Like that's pretty evident.
Yeah.
It's just the Undertaker bit right away that I wouldn't have been so sure on a jump to. But
if the body is like fresh, then it's like there's like less, like there's like, it could be just like off admin and an easy to find location. But because I know it's like old at this point, like I'm walking out, it's dead. And now I've been on admin table for a good chunk of time. Okay. I think it's a really useful thing to point out. And that's one of the things I get really, like, that's why I'm always really good at finding these Undertaker bodies because I love playing Undertaker.
Still can't be what Dempsey did to me that
There's
one
an
time.
Undertaker. I'm pretty sure.
Nothing will ever be what Dempsey did to me that one time.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the meeting that goes wrong.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's not great. Where's the body's on vitals? Apple's very recent.
Which body is this?
Apple.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Blue, where are you?
Where'd you come from then?
I am by the vent, finishing my wires.
I can confirm that Luz and Lobby came out of upper decam to get there.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, are you clearing for the kill clicks?
No. I'm just saying, like,
I just came out of top decon. I was in specimen
that's
before.
true. I did see Pyro and Lou around the specimen area before I went down to vitals. Kara, where are you?
I finished my upload in communications.
And you're ending the round where?
Yeah. Running around storage looking for bodies. It's been a while.
Sure. Yeah. So I know Kara's imposter. Right.
Yeah.
Because I know that I saw you and Lou in labs. And then Quix is saving to see Lou. I know you guys are probably clear. Quix is the least clear of those people.
Yes.
Sure. And so then, who fixed lights?
Dead person, I imagine.
Probably a dead
Stell and
person.
Quix?
I'm
Because so there was one in electrical and one in O2 on admin table, or there was one in electrical, 102. No one in storage.
When I came out of specimen a couple.
So that's okay. So like that was right? There's one electrical, 102, and there's no one in storage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I want to hear Alyssa's full admin info, actually.
Yeah. So I saw 2 in O2 recently, Stell.
Can you say how long ago that was?
Like before the time it takes to walking from admin to vitals. So this is like like I don't really want to push on Stell because of the hard clear. Like I want Kara out at this point, and then like later I'll try to
take out the easy target before you attempt to disassemble a hard clear. Yeah.
Take out Kara. She just literally claimed weapons comm storage. Like that should be voted right with 3 kills.
And you can't afford to lose this vote. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to push Stell out. 100%.
Okay, so 5 or 6 seconds
No,
ago.
6 seconds ago I could have been an Ochu.
I went from
I was
light
left
And
with
so I'm
the
now
vote.
like, okay, now I'm like, okay. Like, they're hard pairing, right?
Yeah.
Like, Kara now knows there's a dead body in O2 that Stell killed. And, like, Kara's like, oh, it could have been me. And now I'm in storage. And I'm like, there's no fucking way that makes sense, right?
Yeah, you're not there in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And you're definitely not pathing like that.
Because I checked the
Yeah.
area where the lights were fixed.
I think
I did not see Kara in
this is
O2.
bad.
What?
I think it's possible.
I think
Also,
Kara
really
quicks,
red.
Kara quicks. Maybe Stell, but Apple cleared Stell, so.
Stell was hard cleared last
I
round.
do think I know where this meeting
By
goes
Apple.
wrong, though.
Yeah, that's,
I will talk
yeah.
about it in a minute.
Okay.
We'll let it
Sure.
finish
Sure.
first happen.
That
I
can
think I know
happen,
exactly
though,
what goes wrong here.
So who do
Why
you,
are you arguing with this?
Lou, Lou, Pyro, who do you guys want to vote?
Point Pyro.
Oh, by the way, I am still in
vote
labs.
Alyssa or Kara.
I never left labs. Yeah.
I will vote to
Yeah, I'm still in labs
I
as well.
didn't.
What is your betting?
I want to vote Quicks or Kara either too. I guess I'll vote Kara, but you guys, we need to talk about who we're voting before like 10 seconds. Wait, what?
I wanted to.
I'm like absolutely shocked that I voted here.
Talk a bit more about why I felt like you were bad, but then we got some.
touched
Yeah,
it.
I remember this meeting.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
I was like absolutely shocked.
Do we have my POV in this game?
Probably.
I mean, we don't have to go get it. Just
Yeah.
I remember this at this point. I was like, I don't remember why, but I remember I was particularly suspicious of you for something. I don't remember what, right? But I think what goes wrong, 100% what goes wrong in this, if you go back and watch it again, for one, you do not make it abundantly clear that you are, you don't make it abundantly clear that you're hard suspicious of Kara, right?
Oh yeah, I just thought it was fucking obvious. Like, literally, did you like sometimes it's like I feel
right? It's obvious from your perspective with your admin information and knowing that you are a crewmate, right?
Well, no. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I had been in Specimen and had no information, I still would have wanted to vote Kara based on that, like literally everything they just said, right? What was okay? So their pathing during a 3-kill round was weapons, comms, storage, but I got to storage within like 4 seconds from O2.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet I'm not thinking about it because I'm already like suspicious of you at this point, and then you're the one providing info, right?
Yeah.
It probably just glossed past me that Kara's pathing sucked. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And my
at this
pathing
point,
was you saw me in labs, and I went to go down and report
I
a
have
body.
tunnel vision at this point.
Okay.
Is the issue, right? And we don't get to talk about that, and you also don't hard push Kara either.
That's
right?
true.
Which is fair from your perspective, right? It should be obvious, right? But from the perspective of a crewmate that already thinks you're bad, right? And then because of it doesn't pick up on pathing from Kara, right?
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense to vote you there, at least for me.
Okay, so like what that just I just didn't push Kara hard enough.
So I think this is in part on me because I didn't like push hard enough to hear from you about I forget exactly what it was. Like
They're like they wanted my full admin information, and like it's like I didn't like have like I don't like memorize admin table. I kind of was just looking at the left side because there's no bodies in labs because I just came from there. Like it's like I was like I can't like like if there was a body on admin table, then I would have probably like looked at it a little bit more closely. But because I just like am kind of surprised to actually find that body on vitals because I literally just saw Apple alive. I just like was like
the things that can go better is I can push to get in, like I can push to hear from you about the reason that whatever reason that's for.
Yeah.
I can push to hear from you on that sooner so that I can actually like focus on the rest of the information, right? And the other thing that I think can be done better is even if it feels obvious, right? Push it anyway, because you never know who's like not picking up on it.
I just thought everyone picked up on it. It just seems so fucking obvious to me. And I just like and people said that like when did people say that they were voting me before like 10 seconds left?
They didn't, and that's entirely just because of a meeting time thing, right?
No, but like it's annoying because I bring that up and then everyone gaslights in me and they said that they were talking about voting me for like 40 seconds. bad. I was
mentioned
pretty
your
sure
name
that
earlier,
clear on
you
Stell
come
was
back up and
bad.
hear it.
Unless
All
it got
Lou
there.
needed
It sort
to
of
say
gets
was
talked
Lou tracked
past.
me. Lou knew exactly where I
I want
died.
to say
And if
around
they
40
had
seconds
hinted
is about
to
right.
the
It
apple where
doesn't
I
get talked
died,
about, but
you
you
would
can
have
hear me
never
say your
cleared
name
Stell.
at
Yeah.
some point in there.
Yeah. No, I was
If
pretty
they had
sure.
said-
Yeah.
If they had said I had died in lab, or
Yeah.
they would have. You'd have never done that.
Good
Our
job.
attorney did the same thing.
Yeah.
If you want to back up and
I
check
actually
where I
killed,
called
I
your
killed
name
Yuri on
out,
top
I
of
forget.
Yuri. She was nowhere near
exactly.
Okay, I just want to let's hear this part.
Wait, really? Nice.
Wait, Kara turned into Stell?
Yes.
No.
Alyssa,
Yeah,
what
I
were you
mentioned
No,
why
at
you
the very
died.
end. At the very
Wait,
end.
What did
I
you
gave
do for so long after
hard
lab?
on that.
I went and I got admin table information and reported the body and accused both
Right,
imposters.
that's what it was. For one,
Like,
your admin didn't match mine. For two,
Yeah, it didn't
what
didn't
the hell
match.
took so long?
what do you mean? It just
Right,
like
I was in
I wasn't like
administrative.
giving
I was
like
in
straight
administrative,
admin
right.
information. It was
Okay,
just
no. But you're pathing, right?
you just
I'm in
run through
labs
it,
with
too.
you, right?
yeah, and I go down and check admin table, and then Apple was there, and I go and check vitals.
Did two
I wanna-
tasks, and I'm like 5 steps away from
I
the
wanna
vitals room
commend
at the end of that
Quicks, by
round.
the way,
What
for
were you doing all the
absolutely
time?
Good job. It
my
just
ankles.
like it feels bad to be silently voted. Like,
Yeah,
well,
so
it
it's
was
the amount of
silent.
time you spend
It
on
was
admin,
silent.
right? I'm
where
not
were
used
people
to
saying
like,
that?
standing
It was
on
like
table because I don't usually.
That's why
right?
I was trying to get your
they
full
were
admin info, and I said
aggressively-
it didn't.
Where
me,
did you?
anyway.
Okay, I hate that they all deny that I was silently voted. Like no one literally said they were voting me at all, besides Kara kind of mumbling it at 10 seconds.
Okay, go back and watch the meeting though. Like,
Yeah,
or maybe not the
yeah.
whole meeting, but like go back towards the last like 60 seconds. Because I want to hear where I call your name.
I checked
did.
vitals right before. I checked vitals.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Reasonably
Yeah, with
fresh,
10
but not.
seconds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
Not
exact
exact.
timing.
So that's-
something.
Where's Mix and Lou?
Yeah.
I'm in communications.
so
You
Wait,
want
no,
me
sorry,
to
this
do
is so wrong.
something?
Wait, where's the body's on vitals? Wait,
Yeah,
what? It said
You?
Where'd you come
no 2 on admin table, or there was one on electrical, 102.
I was
No
doing
one in
it too a while
storage.
ago.
When I came out of specimen a couple seconds
Why
ago,
are you tunneled on the
Alyssa
fact that Kara
Slide.
says they're in storage and there's no one in storage?
I'm already focused on the fact that your admin info doesn't match what I from like just now.
Well, I just walked up, right?
Yeah, I'm right behind you. I just don't see you, right? And the admin info changes right after you leave, yes.
Yeah, I saw
so
I saw 202 kill someone else.
Okay, so
Can
pause
you
it for a
say
second.
how long?
Yeah.
So this is what it is now. I'm actually working it out. You're giving the admin that is like of most relevance, which is before it changed, right?
Yes.
You're giving before it went to like 202, whatever, right?
Yes.
Because that's the relevant admin info.
Yes.
Like from your perspective, that is the info that is of relevance for who killed, right?
Yes.
Which makes sense. From my perspective as a crewmate, right? Like just doing my crewmate thing. I've walked out, checked admin, like right now, and it doesn't match what you've said at all because it's already changed, right? Which you knew because you watched it, right?
Yeah.
But you're claiming to have just left admin table and walked up to vitals.
Oh no, I no. Okay. Well, listen to this. Okay, like
What that was?
like before the time it takes to walking from admin to vitals. Wait, no, I said
Yeah,
there was
right.
202.
Okay.
I said there was 202, though. Were there not 202 at that point?
There were 202. It's the rest of it that like.
Because so there was one in electrical and one in
This
02 on admin table, or there was one in
Right?
electrical.
This doesn't match what you say after.
102,
which is like
I
fair.
was
no
doing
one in
it too.
storage.
Yeah, when I just came out of specimen a couple
Wait,
seconds
I
ago.
want to hear Alyssa's full admin info actually.
Yeah. So I saw 2 and 02 recently. Still.
Can you say how long ago that was?
Yeah, that's where I say that.
It's the electrical blip, and then I forget what else the other.
Well, so I said there was one. I was kind of like, I was kind of going through like the
and sort
story
of
of what I
skipped right
saw.
side.
Like the person in electrical moved down to 02, and now there's 2 and 02, and so I'm basically
doesn't
saying
come off
Stell.
like
There's
that,
2 and
right?
02, and I don't know why you don't think it's Stell then. If you see 2 and 02.
Because I'm still busy on your pathing and matching your admin.
Okay, so
That's fine.
that's
It's
you
just
got
a tunneling thing.
Yeah, you need to
Like,
know before
that's
the time it takes to walking from
I mean,
admin to
it's usually
vitals.
saving to not, right? But like,
Yeah, I know.
5-6 seconds.
Okay, so 5 or 6 seconds
No,
ago.
6 seconds ago.
So
I
I'm
could
saying
have
there's
been
2
in
and
02.
02 5 or 6
I
seconds
went
ago.
from
I was left
electrical
side the
to
whole
02.
round. I'm looking for bodies.
Because I checked the area where the lights were fixed.
I think
I did not see Kara
this
in
is
02.
bad.
What?
Yeah,
I
right
think
there.
it's possible.
40 seconds.
I didn't
Actually,
Kara
I
quick,
think
Kara
it's
quick.
on.
I didn't even hear you say that. Like I think I said what? What did you say?
I think that was. Am I the only one who thinks Ilyssa's bad?
I did not hear that.
Yeah, which is rough because like, I mean, I could tell you didn't hear it, but We really don't have time.
What?
I think it's possible.
I think
Also,
Kara
we're
Quicks,
Fred.
Kara Quicks,
mean,
maybe Stell, but Apple cleared
Yes, you
Stell,
immediately
so
jump into Kara Quicks, right? And
what?
It's like, well,
I think it's possible.
I think
Also, we're
Kara
looking for
Quicks,
Fred.
Kara Quicks.
I was left
Electrical
side the whole
202.
round. I'm looking for
Because
bodies.
I checked the area where the lights were fixed.
I think
I did not see
the
Kara
list
in
is
02.
bad.
What?
I think it's possible.
I think
Also,
Kara
we're
Quicks,
Fred.
Kara Quicks, maybe
Kara,
Stell, but it's annoying to be like one of the only people giving actual info, and then it's just
Yeah, it was
Apple cleared
absolutely a
cells.
tunneling thing.
Yeah, like I'm only the only people giving info, and then Kara's claiming like looking for bodies and storage, and like no one thinks it's them.
Cell was hard cleared last
Definitely a
round.
tunneling issue, which I will admit is like
That's
not good.
true.
It can happen.
That can happen though.
But I think the way to avoid
So who do you, Lou? Who do you?
aside
Who?
from me
Lou
fixing that,
Pyro.
right, the way
who do
to
you guys
avoid
want
it
to
is to like make it clear.
Oh, by the way, I am still
Kara.
in labs.
Kara,
I never
and
left
Ryan.
labs. Yeah.
I will vote to
Yeah,
list.
I'm still.
As opposed to just like
I want to vote Quicks or Kara either too. I guess I'll vote Kara, but you guys, we need to talk about.
Distracted by trying to figure out whether or not you were bad to notice that Kara like had awful pathing.
Yeah, that's true. I think okay, I didn't even hear you say that, so I guess that's why I felt like I was silently voted. And
yeah, which I get. And I mean, you can hear me at the end. I'm like annoyed because I knew it was going to feel like you got silently. It got sort of swept past, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it to you, but I also didn't want to vote wrong. And in my head, you were bad, right?
Yeah, I just was just surprised. Like everyone voted for me when Kara gave that pathing. Like I'm like,
it's because did everyone vote for you? It's like 4, right?
I was a mayor.
Yeah, so one person votes with you, right?
No, I was a mayor. Kara got 2 votes.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, like every person voted for me.
I thought you only got 4 votes. Do you get 5?
No, actually, I got 4. Actually, I guess Quicks didn't vote.
Yeah, because Kara picked up on it when I said it, right? Which means Kara and Stell voted with, right? So it's one other person who voted you, either Lou or Quicks. I don't know which.
Yeah.
Probably Quicks, given how he's asking for your admin info again. He probably has just concerns about it or something. I'm not really sure.
But like, I just didn't say the people in labs because I like when I was looking at it, I wasn't just concerned about that because I knew there was no body there. I was like trying to look for the body, right?
And again, right, from your perspective, that makes perfect sense, right? It's just you got to account for the rest of the crew not having that context and wanting that as sort of either explain why, right, or just like keep it in mind to sort of evidence to the rest of the crewmates that genuine information, right? Because otherwise, right,
I think
be construed as just make up information you want to serve your purpose, right, and then ignore the rest of it, right?
I think I don't know why I was not very confident in that meeting. I should have just been able to push Kara out.
Yes.
I think one of the things that was like the incorrect hard clear on Stell, where like literally Apple, like when I watched it back on her video, Apple sees her 30 seconds ago in specimen, and then she's like, I don't think Stell got either of these. And I was just like trying to be like, what the fuck is going on in O2? Because like Stell literally is an imposter. Like, and I can't like push that. So, and then I'm like, there's one between Kara and Quicks, but Stell definitely killed.
I think that was the other thing, that you put it between Kara and Quicks instead of just saying Kara. Like, if you just push Kara there, it maybe goes better.
Yeah, but I guess I didn't know that. Like, I'd only seen like you and Lou. I wasn't 100% sure about
Yeah, I get why he's like the other person for you.
Yeah. Okay, well that's helpful. That's really helpful. I wanted some crew feedback because to me this was like I was mind boggled by this game.
Yeah, it was absolutely that I tunneled on you there, and I did not get to ask you about the reason I tunneled, and then also you didn't provide the context that to you was obvious, but to me was like I just missed because I was busy tunneling.
Why do you tunnel?
I try not to, but every now and again.
Who tunnel? Like, who doesn't tunnel in this lobby? Like, Stell tunnels too.
Everybody does. Everyone
I don't
tries to
tunnel.
avoid it every once in a while.
I don't think Kara tunnels really that much.
Can you say you've never done it though? Like, it happens to everybody. Everyone's
Like, I think like the only time I remember saying like I'm going to tunnel on Stell, incorrectly is one time when I was detective and I saw that the body was killed outside O2 in Skeld. On Skeld, and Stell was reporting it on the cop of cafeteria, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, there's no fucking way that someone dragged it from O2 hallway to the top of cafeteria. But Kara literally just did that, and I just was like, and then I ended up like dropping it eventually. I just was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, there's like,
who do I tunnel on? Yeah, give an example. Yeah, examples.
I don't have one off the top of my head. But
No, I know I'm this person.
Like in this particular instance, I don't think like to quote unquote tunnel. It has to be like a 100% hard commit rest of the game thing, right? Like I could have been convinced you weren't bad here, right? It's just that like in my head, I'm concerned that you are, and you're like suspect number 1 going into that meeting, right? And that's bad enough on a meeting on 6. Like it was just enough as opposed to like me being hard committed to you being bad, right? Like tunneling doesn't mean you have to be hard committed, right?
Yeah.
It just means you have to like be focused on it to enough of a degree that you're going to miss other vital information or like misvote on an important moment, right? Like if this goes more rounds, right? I could probably quite easily be convinced that you're not bad, right? It's just that I am too focused on it for long enough that it's game losing, right? If that makes sense. Which I think happens to everybody every once in a while. Right?
Yeah.
It happens to some people more than others because they commit to their information harder, right?
Yeah, and no, and then I also remember the only other time I tunneled on Stell, like I can distinctly remember was when I thought Pinky and Stell were a pair because I thought Pinky was Warlock because Fairy was Sheriff and no one mentioned it. And then like, so we were just thinking all these, like everyone's just saying that bodies are exploding on them and not that like the imposter was killed. And so I just like was like, okay, well the only one person who could be Warlock is Pinky.
Yeah.
And so then Stell and Pinky were defending each other and I'm just like, and then we didn't lose. So I was like, okay, so I want Stell out because she was defending Pinky. And but normally I don't think like sometimes like maybe 1 or 2 meetings like
exactly.
I might
That's
think
all it
it's
has to be,
Stell,
though.
but I don't like normally on 6 I don't incorrectly vote her. Like I think like having like I think it could be this person like the first couple rounds, but then like on 6 like kind of redetermining it. I don't know if that counts as tunneling in my opinion. Like sorry, someone's saying like I tunnel on Stell. I'm like, what? There's no way. Like sometimes I'll think she might be bad, but I normally will kind of get it together by 6, and that's kind of like I think what normally a lot of people do. Like
it definitely like I think it's still technically tunneling. It's just that it's like I mean it really depends on the situation, right? Like it like I said, to me tunneling is less about whether or not it's game losing whatever how long it lasts, as opposed to like whether or not you are committed enough to thinking someone's bad to sort of like
tune out other important information
and or like not catch something that maybe you should.
Yeah, I don't think I do that often where I'm like tuning, like I'm so tunneled on one person that I'm tuning out. Like,
and I don't think I do it that often either, right? It's just like every now and again, I think.
Yeah, no, I get.
I doubt that there is ever anyone who it hasn't happened to at least, right? Like.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Like this, I think that's one of like my best crew traits is that I don't really like tunnel like that hard.
I don't think you do often, if ever.
And because like that's like a lot of the people who I consider like the best crewmates, like that is their biggest con is that they tunnel. Like
maybe you'll like disagree with me here, but I'd like to like this is the only time. This is microphone, please.
Yeah.
This is the only time in recent memory that I can remember tunneling for like months. Right? Like I'd like to say that I don't do it often, if ever. Right?
Yeah, I remember
every once in a while.
That's true. Like I definitely remember one game. Like it was last year. It was a while ago. This is like another example. I think it's the hardest tunnel that I've seen you do. This is probably the hardest tunnel since I've seen you do since then. But there was a game where I was imposters with Germ, and you were just like tunneled on Debsy the whole game because you weren't sure how they got to admin table. When like 3 of us were claiming admin table and you didn't see any of us either, you're just like, I think it's Debsy. It has to be Debsy.
I think I remember that game.
It was so like I'm like, I'm not clear at all.
I think I'm specifically. It was specific. I know which game you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this game. I remember being like so lost on how he got, because I like as a crewmate, I like walked there from wherever I was with DevC. Forget where. I left him behind me. Walked there. Couldn't remember doing anything on the way, and he was there before me. And I was like, "How are you here?" And it was like crazy to me. I was like,
yeah.
How can you be here and not have vented? I could not fathom.
Yeah, I was like,
it ended up being like I stopped to do a task that I forgot I did.
Yeah, no, and like that was probably like one of the easiest vote outs like ever. Like me and Jeremy were like sus. It was like great.
I was so convinced. I was like, there's no way like that you're here and didn't vent. And it like there was a body position for him to do.
Yeah.
Everything lined up in my head. I was like, he's gotta be bad. He has to. And it's just, it was 100% just that, like, I forgot I did a test.
Yeah.
I think I did like temperature or something, and he walked past me, and I just didn't remember.
I don't, yeah.
And it was like, that was all it took.
So I don't
so
trust, I don't really trust my eyes that much. So I'm willing to, a lot of the time, kind of believe that I potentially could have just missed something.
Yeah, and I will do like the same. Like I could have just missed you. Right? The difference in that particular scenario is that it wasn't that I missed him. It was that I forgot I stopped to do something. Right. So it was entirely a timing issue. Right. Like from my perspective, not remembering I stopped for a task. It was like, how could you, as a crewmate, get there before me when I left first and didn't stop? Right.
Gotcha.
Like that just doesn't work. Right.
Yeah, that game was so long. Yeah. I just remember that, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" Okay, sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, we roll with it.
Yeah,
we take those.
Yeah, I was like, I take it. I think that was my first and I think only imposter win with Germ, where he accidentally cultisted me when he meant to get. Nice. He accidentally followed me when he was aiming for Pinky.
Classic.
Hi, Kara. Kara's in the chat now. Yeah, no, we were reviewing this game. Like we were kind of going over, like I was kind of going over with Pyro, like
about how we both think you're the worst crewmate in bobsled.
Yep. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I might go over more games if you're still down, but I understand if you're tired.
No, I'm good.
I tried to find some good ones.
You want to look at?
I always have games I want to look at. I kind of want to just like randomly VOD review like random people, but like random bobsled people.
Down for whatever.
Okay, let me find something.
I've got more.
Oh, we should go over we should go over the game, the 1v7. That was kind of a cool game, even though you kind of got voted out and it was sad.
Watch your sensor.
I know. Hi, you shoot crew on 7 all the time. No, that makes you a good crewmate. Kara. Okay, we'll go over that one. Because that one makes me happy. Emotes before. I almost shot out.
Question mark? When I died, yeah.
Yeah, I almost shot out. Well, no, I'll show you the meeting.
Just killed a
fuck.
To right.
Oh, for
After
me.
Weapons.
It was actually.
He's a watcher.
Stell got all the way to office.
I was like, at least I got it with you. Getting claim. Because you normally will get kills.
I was so happy with this play too, and then it all came crumbling down.
I know, it was a really good kill. I will feature it in the video though.
Thank you.
And say that it was unjust what happened.
Just put the picture in there that I sent in Bob. Oh my god.
I'll put the clip in.
Yeah.
really just going hard for alibi. I'm hoping you're getting a kill.
Which I was. It just didn't work out so well.
I just
sorry,
was like,
but I think
fuck. I knew
Pyro's
you were
bad.
dead like the second this button
What are
got
you doing,
called.
Pyro?
Yeah, there's
Actually,
just no
right
reason.
now?
Like there's like literally there's like I just knew that you were out. I just was like, fuck.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
There's no
What
reason
happened?
Stell's buttoning here.
What's
if
Pyro
not,
doing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just dancing in the boiler room.
Dancing? What?
What?
Okay.
I just walked off a water wheel. Also,
Oh,
I
okay. It looked
undeafened
like you were
slow.
running
What are
back
we
and
buttoning
forth.
for? I heard my name
They're-
over, so.
Not visible.
What?
Invisible killer, yeah.
Huh?
What?
What are you
I'm
talking
picking up what you're putting down
about?
still.
Oh, okay. I'm picking it up.
I'm not.
I'm picking it up,
I'm
but I'm
confused what
confused
I
as to
am
why.
accused of.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm confused how
You're
Stell
being
got all the way to
accused
office.
of not being seen and things.
Okay,
Huh?
you didn't see me in O2 either, because I wasn't there.
True.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen Stell this round. I'm so lost.
Pyro's a Wraith or a Shade.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why, but sure. Makes sense. Checks out.
Stell, on a scale of 1 to
Unless
69,
I am
how
bugged
confident are you?
to the sky, like
I mean, I
Pyro's a
am
Wraith or
pinging out. I don't remember seeing you at all this round. Where are we accusing me of being?
Or can just vent. I guess that's possible.
Where
but, like, nah,
you gotta
no,
help
no.
me out here. Where are you accusing
So at
me
this
of
point, I'm
being?
actually really
I can't tell
confused
you.
because I think that like she's something that can put something on someone for sure, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I'm
Which- and
pointing to tracker, arsonist, and sheriff.
Yeah, and I basically spent this meeting like I tried for a little bit to see if I could get, but it really is a decision here. Do I shoot her
Yeah.
so that Ilyssa doesn't have to, right?
Yeah.
But that guarantees that I'm bad. Or
Yeah.
do I let it be up in the air? And I think shooting her is just better because otherwise she'll just
I
like,
think
get confirmed as crew and I'm bad anyway.
I think
And
what
then
yeah. So I actually had no idea if you knew too.
Yeah.
Cause like I was wondering, like I don't think like tracker arsonist you can put it on invisible people.
Yeah.
So I actually was like, huh? I was like really because like the fact that she wasn't shot, I was like not necessarily thinking it was Watcher.
Yeah. Like the fact that I didn't shoot her right away. I figured I was just dead on the spot if I shot her right away.
Yeah.
And like
Wait,
it doesn't
I
make
don't
sense to
know.
know I hit it in, right?
So
I was like,
Pyro,
I know
did
I
you
wasn't
fix the
invisible, so
lights?
feasibly
I
I could
did.
argue that I wasn't.
Yeah.
Pyro
right?
walked down
But-
from electrical
For sure.
into O2. I don't know if this conflicts with what you're
I
saying.
will be guess
or
this
not.
game.
I was in
Okay.
electrical. I had download.
Yes.
I was walking out when the lights got called. I walked back into cage and fixed them,
And
and,
I
then
let me
down to
just-
O2. That's been my whole round. I don't know what I'm being accused of here.
I did the node with
Can we
Pyro.
talk about where
I-
Cola might be for the last 30 seconds? I've
I saw
established what
Cola-
I saw.
I like can't defend
I'm
myself because
confused
I'm
why
not being
Pyro's
accused of
getting
anything.
accused.
Yeah.
Colours
I don't
in
know where
admin,
they
Ferry
ended,
killed, and
but-
Ferry's on kill cooldown and specimen. For real.
Let's
That shit.
go.
God,
I have
oh
no
God.
evidence
Can-
for any of
Can
that.
we? Okay.
Okay.
I actually think that you wouldn't have, like I think the general consensus is like I don't blame you, but I actually don't think you would have gotten voted here.
I think.
Yeah, I actually don't think you would have
I mean, I
gotten
guess
voted.
I might have
It might have been
yeah.
close, but I think like I would have skipped. Pinky probably would have skipped. I think Fairy, or I don't know if Fairy had skipped already. We'll see how many. Well, actually, I don't. She might have voted you, but only like a couple of people had voted you. I think people would have skipped because it was just such a weird accuse. But you voting, her getting killed, definitely
Yeah.
seals the deal. I think though, like if you did get voted out, you could have just been like Stella's watcher on the way out.
Yeah, I guess. I try not to do that though. It feels cheap.
That the like, well, she just got you out with a roll in a kind of a cheap way.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like I think that would be like. By the way, I think Stell might be the watcher or something. I don't know, just because. Just because it's
What was Stell?
Neat. I'm gonna die now, aren't I?
Jester or
That
engineer
sucks.
or some shit.
I'm
so confused.
No.
I don't think she's.
She's
a
probably
jester.
just blind, I guess. That's really unfortunate for.
I'm sorry.
Um,
Fairy might have
once
already
she's
skipped. By the
but
way,
Keep an eye on
she's guessed
Fairy, I
on-
guess.
I think Fairy had just already skipped. I was like looking on which one of Fairy or like who would have skipped on that, and they already had voted before you shot Stell.
Yes,
So I
that's
think you would have.
color
You would
to me.
have. I think you would have passed it. I
Question
like
mark
even
or
Quicks was saying they were going to vote
maybe?
you. I don't think Pinky would have voted you.
Accusation makes no sense.
I'm so close to shooting out. I thought we really weren't supposed to do accusations like that, where you're just like accusing someone for reasons. I was pissed off.
Yeah, I could tell. Even after the game. But hey, got you a good one, so yeah.
Yeah. I think even the first thing I said after the game was me still being annoyed for
about
you.
that, yeah. Which I appreciate.
Yeah. Just like bent it up there and no one noticed.
It's like,
I don't know if, yeah.
Just whistle like, nothing's wrong here.
This is so smooth. Look at that. So, like,
no one will notice.
Queen
Thank God
thinks.
she just sat there on the decon door.
What?
Thank God she just sat there on that decon door and waited.
No. I got into decom.
No, I mean, like, thank goodness Queen sits there instead of, like, choosing to leave.
Well, it's like such a, like, weird thing to go look for, right? Like, she just came from that area. Why would there be a kill
But I mean,
there?
like,
yeah.
Had that been me, right? I probably would have said, no,
Yeah.
never mind, and left lab to go do something else. I don't like to wait on decon cycles usually.
That's fair, but like I think from like one of the things that I was like got frustrated about, I think I've complained it, is that like a lot of people get cleared for kills that are significantly worse than that.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
got hard cleared for Apple seeing her in specimen 30 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm. Which is like, you know.
Yeah, but if you
sort of can't like stop it from happening because like, you know, people will clear who people will clear.
Yeah, just like everyone was like, oh, people weren't paying attention at all. But yeah, if we look,
it does feel bad sometimes to like get a clear when.
And then everyone was kind of shitting on it.
Yeah.
But like, look at this. So I walk down with Pinky. I walk up with I go with Queen. I don't know if Queen even like sees me go down with her. She might not have even seen me go down with her. Because like I think I might just be right out of crewmate vision. She gets on wires, so yeah.
With desync, I think you're probably in view there.
Yeah, but she sees me kind of go down, right? So she gets on wires and she assumes I'm with Pinky and Fairy right there. And so I get in.
Yep.
And so
And
she's
you're
like,
in the cycle with them, so she assumes you've been with them.
Yeah.
Which is well played.
After that kill, I was like, I'm satisfied with this game. For sure.
Smooth. I don't know what Fairy's doing.
Fairy is someone.
Hello.
Brix is dead by telescope?
What?
I'm hot, Claire.
What?
Yeah, I don't
This has
think
the
you're
same
against
vibes
this.
as like when I killed Pinky in the hallway
Do we
in
know
Specimen after 7 people were in
Any
there.
timing on it?
Yeah. It just, the way it made it look though is big. Like they kind of
Got that hard clear, baby. Let's go.
was that like that was a really good. That was like I remember that kill. I remember VOD reviewing that and I being like I was like I love this kill so much.
Yeah, it's a very fun. Oh goodness, sorry. Well,
yeah,
it's a very strong kill for sure, and
yeah,
it feels really good too.
Yeah, but like here, I'm basically in between Queen and the body, so Queen is more sus than I am because she's behind us, right? Yeah.
I don't know. There are,
It's like the genius
Hold
of
on,
report when we
let
went
me
into
give you
Specimen
a-
Pinky.
Can we
Let me
explain
give you
last
more
round now?
information. There were 3 people walking into Decon when I left, and then Queen was walking into it afterwards.
Yeah, I got cut off the fucking cycle, so I
Yeah.
was just standing by the door waiting.
Queen was the last one to enter, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So can you clear the people in decontam then, right? The bodies in labs.
Wasn't it
If
Ilyssa,
they should be
Yeah.
able to clear themselves, I cannot.
I'll clear him.
Pinky is
Sure,
clear.
Clear.
Yeah. So I kind of this is something I'll do as crew a lot is I'll be like, okay, you can clear these people because they're like ahead of you, right? So I'm kind of being like, okay, we should be clear because you're behind us, so you should have gotten a report, technically.
For sure they weren't dead? Quicks wasn't dead when we went in?
No. Because all
Okay.
3 of us were chilling together, and then you guys got the
Yeah,
decom
I don't know if
report.
I would have.
I'm so
I don't know if I would
sad.
have gotten a report. I checked scanner.
Yeah.
I didn't go like back to check telescope area. Okay.
Where's Star, by the
Wire
way?
jar?
Well, like, so,
Wire
like,
jar.
we
Jar
check
is-
scanner with Pinky. It's like, she checks scanner, and then she gets on the door. And then Queen comes from the telescope.
Yes.
In like O2. I can't technically clear jar.
Well, I'm all the
technically
way.
Wraith.
I'm leaving right side office right now,
Okay,
so I
where's
got pretty
Barry?
far.
Oh yeah, jar definitely isn't clear, but I am.
Barry was
you,
part
I
of
know
the
you didn't
Spets trio.
Oh, she went down to Spets?
Yeah.
Then
That's why I'm just confused about
probably
this.
just self-reporting in my eyes.
You
So
wanted it to be me.
I don't understand why Pinky is confused at this point. Like, why is she confused about this? They're a little early, like, of the people, like, if like, I feel like normally she'll, like, clear people for being in specimen with her. And there's, like, 3 people this kill could be, at least, right? So why is she confused?
This is one of those things with, like, Among Us where you play it enough and with same people enough, you just sort of get the vibe when something's not quite right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's one of those where she just, like, she feels like something's off, she knows something's off, but she
Mhm.
can't place what.
Gotcha.
Right? Because, speaking from experience, because this happens to me a lot, right? Because of the way I play this game, right? I play for mechanical clear a lot of the time, which means I end up in situations somewhat similar, although maybe not. Like, usually my clears, like, I watched my mic cut out. Sorry.
Yeah.
I said usually my clears are not quite this strong, but like every now and again I'll get. And like when you get a clear this strong, crew can usually, at least some of crew can usually pick up the fact that something is not quite right. Right? Like they have enough experience to know like something is funky here, right? But they can't all. It's just that they can't place what. And I think it's just one of
maybe.
those where
I feel like people get
she
cleared
knows
for, like,
something's
yeah.
off. She feels like something's off. She just can't quite place it, and so she's confused as opposed to sus of you, which is good enough, right? Like, if she's just a bit confused, as long as you continue to play clean, then it's gonna work out, right?
But
I did.
Is it
did.
between
Why
Queen
would I
and Jar then?
self-report?
You can also like make an effort to kill specifically the people who are unsure of the clears, right? Like, if you once you pick out of this meeting, like who is confident in the clears and who isn't, right?
Yeah.
Like you just kill Pinky here, and then there's no one left to question like the specimen clear, right?
Yeah.
Knowing 4 people
No,
inside
Yuri
it's
could be
also
Wraith
self-report.
too then in that scenario.
Because in this
Yeah,
position,
I
I'm
guess.
reading that Pinky is maybe willing to
Yeah.
go back on those, if
Yeah.
right? As opposed to like Queen seems reasonably confident in, like, so she gets to live if she doesn't get voted anyway, and Pinky has to die just in case she's like willing to retract. Right?
Yeah, and that's that's exactly the reason you killed Pinky that one game. Is you wanted to kill her in specimen, and because like
She
you
has
said
to die because I need her not to retract her clear on me from the round.
And I remember I didn't think you were that role. I thought it was more Quicks. I didn't think it was you that game until the very end, because I did remember Pinky vaguely saying something about that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's what
I
you
will
did.
do that.
There's absolutely no reason
but I
to self-report with
I'm voting
4
myself
people
for
inside
being right.
I won't
specimen.
meta target people, but I will target people in game.
That's fair.
Like I will
I voted
target kill
Lou.
people to maintain and destroy.
This
for sure.
makes no sense.
Yeah.
If it's anyone, it's you, Queen.
I don't kill
I don't
there
want to
with-
vote. I
I'm
don't want to
Yeah,
vote.
but you don't kill there, but I kill after knowing 4 people are inside the content, right?
Yeah, I
makes
don't.
sense.
I don't kill there.
I recommend not voting because we don't actually know if Stell's accuse on Pyro was fully good, but like
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about voting Lou here. Why would you self-report this? I don't know.
But like, if it's me, I get accused of self-reporting. I don't know. It just feels kind of weird.
That's a meta thing, right? People are used
Yeah.
to who will and won't make plays, right? It's not
That's
so much
fair.
that she thinks. It's not so much that she thinks you would or did. It's that she knows you
Right,
could
there's
and would,
specimen.
and she
Yeah.
doesn't think Lou would.
That's
Which is, like, fair,
annoying.
'cause that's just not the
Yeah.
kind of move that Lou makes that often. Which
That's
is
why I like to play with people who'll do anything. I was like,
Which is
okay,
always
cool.
ideal, right?
I've not killed a single bounty.
I mean, do you really need to unless you're planning to double kill in one round?
I like killing.
Yeah, I gotta get better at that with Bounty Hunter. I try to play the targets too often. It's like good when you can, but definitely not worth like anything to.
Hi.
Hello.
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 I was walking to comms, got the report button. As I step foot in comms, doors get locked. I no longer have the
think we're
report
glad
button.
Queen doesn't
Open
find that.
doors, walk right, bodies there. Pinky,
Yes.
rest in peace.
Okay, I have some info then. Who are the 2 and O2?
I was in boiler. That helps.
Okay. Queen is coming out of lower decontam.
Yeah, Quicks. I thought Quicks went in.
Quicks was dead last round.
So.
Yikes.
And I'm blind.
When's
Some orange in the dark. It
So I
could've been
checked admin right before I went into specimen and passed Queen.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I might have been one of the ones O2 then, because I came from O2 download. That's why I'm going to comms.
I think Yuri's lying about the body location because I also got one boiler.
I think
on
you're full
my
of shit,
admin.
Queen.
Oh, okay. I saw one boiler, one comms, and then 2 labs, and then I just passed you, Alyssa.
I don't actually
That's
think
true.
you're full
Well,
of
that's
shit.
actually, you know,
just
that
not
admin table bug where sometimes it'll say 102 and 1 boiler when you're in boiler. It'll like look like there's 2 and O2, but there's actually only 1. Like I think I saw that earlier, like on the when we were going over the admin table Undertaker information.
I hate that. It's annoying.
Yeah, it's
That
they
body
fucked everything
location.
up.
Deal with it, I
broke
guess. I don't
admin
know.
Then who's in boiler?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Fairy claimed it.
It's fine. There could be that, you know, that bug, that like
It
admin
works
bug
great.
where it like shows up 1 boiler, 102.
Yeah.
What
It was
bug
weird.
is that?
The admin bug.
I just
So
come
I
across
was
it.
in lab 4 seconds ago. Right now I'm about to open the door to electric.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
really,
the only
man?
one I
'Cause I was
actually
in lab
trust is
for-
Fairy. So.
I was in
The
labs
door, the doors
also.
got locked. The doors got locked when I left.
So what am I not doing here, by the way, that I could absolutely be doing, but I'm very much not doing? Do you notice?
I'm going to assume you're talking about pushing on anyone in particular.
No, I'm not clearing Queen. I should be clearing Queen for this kill.
That's what you mean. Okay, I sort of assumed that was what you were. Okay, that
Oh,
comes
yeah,
off as,
like-
as an when you like for me, right? As soon as you
Mhm.
said Queen's coming out of decon, like I cleared her in my head. Right?
Yeah.
As a crewmate, anyway.
Yeah,
I
but
do,
yeah.
I do see what you mean. You didn't like say up front.
Yeah, I said she came out of lower decontam, but I did not imply that that was a clear.
So to me, right, that is, or at least from my perspective, right, I'm reading, but I get what you.
Because especially because the
You
body I
are
think is like left side office.
100% confirming that she's clear. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm basically just kind of just being like, yeah, she's there, and I'm not like if I was a crewmate, I would 100% clear her.
Yes. Yes.
But I'm like no one's really asking if she's clear, and I'm not like going out of my way to say it.
I volunteered if they don't ask. I do the
Yeah,
same thing.
and like so because of that, I need her out because her like she's technically clear this round. The only one I actually
Well, I don't know about that.
trust is Fairy, and everyone else is very sus to me.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty...
Really?
Well, I don't know who it
Just 'cause the
is.
specimen last
Okay.
Me neither.
Sadly.
Yeah. I want to hang on to that specimen clear.
Yeah. And now
She's
the Pinky's
remaining
dead,
of it.
which needed to happen. Good
Yes.
call, by the way.
Yeah. Pinky is dead. I think I just was like, okay, this will be a good kill.
I mean, we had the same sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know how intentional.
No, I just
that
killed the
was
first
from
person I saw on the
you,
left side. I think I was gonna kill my bounty, and then I saw Pinky, and I'm like, okay, this seems like a good kill.
Yeah, for me that would have been.
I'm
a
crew.
target.
I'm just
confused
thinking
this whole
confused
game.
crew. I'm sorry.
That first
Don't get you. No
round.
confusion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
that clear.
Yeah,
Silence.
No, I think that's fair. I think I really should have just like if my goal was just like to win this game, like steamroll it, then yeah, then that would be my thing. I think I just thought it was a good kill too.
Me.
It would benefit me. Like
Yuri, who are
that
you
would be the
voting?
smarter play would just be to
I
kill
don't fucking
Pinky.
know. I
Oh
was
my
gonna
god,
ask
I don't
you.
know. Like
Well,
like
I
as
don't
like
know.
a targeted attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I voted Lou.
I haven't
What?
voted.
Wait, who are you guys voting? Are you guys voting Lou or
I am
Queen?
voting Queen.
Queen, maybe.
Queen, then.
I wanted someone out here, and I got so lucky. I should have just.
You need crews to keep shooting themselves because eventually they'll figure. Eventually, you know, people function because there's only one.
Yeah.
Eventually, there will be the round where 2 people are together when the kill happens.
Yeah.
And then you're in trouble, right?
Yeah, so Queen
you
was
need to
technically-
shoot
yeah.
Themselves, you need the game to end as fast as you can. So you definitely want a shot every time you can get one.
Yeah.
Since it's never going to be you for now, anyway.
I think I could have just like abstained from voting here actually, because I was really worried about a tie.
I don't know. I like voting here because I do think
No.
with one I do think with one imp out, like their crew is reasonably certain that they're gone, right? I
Yeah.
think there's a very real chance someone would have skipped. Like I know
Actually, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm not like I wouldn't have been surprised if someone had.
Yeah.
So I think voting there is the right play.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I didn't want it to tie. Lights are off. You could get the lobby to button and vote if you tied.
I trust Ferry more than I trust Queen. I don't know why.
I don't necessarily want there to be more meeting time.
He reported last.
Is
time.
Jar
Because
the
I
other one?
scare you, that's why.
What you want is
Yeah.
the game to end as fast as possible.
I
More
want
meeting time is
people
not
out.
ideal.
Yeah.
More meeting time's not ideal, but you definitely do want as many votes.
Scared
as
of my
possible.
power.
Yeah. See, like it's like I think like one thing is I don't necessarily I try not to be the one leading the votes. Because I don't want like to potentially be pushing out on someone and then like Queen is someone if I push her, she'll be like, "Oh, you're bad." Yeah. Like, "Oh, you're bad." And I don't want to be the person who's doing that.
You got to be careful who you push, yeah, because exactly, yeah. Some people will push back. Some people won't.
Yeah.
Right? Some people will push who they think is bad, regardless. But some people will just push back. And I haven't played with Queen enough to read that for sure. But you've played with her more than I have.
Yeah.
I believe you on that.
Yeah, it would be worse, but would not be reminding them there's one that sounds like they forgot.
Okay, we ball, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want to be the one to button here because I don't want it to be like the one to look like I'm trying to like get people voted out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I genuinely
Like a
don't
lot
know
of these
what's going
things
on
I
in this
actually
game.
like I don't button here because I have thought about it and I don't want it to look like I'm trying to force Crew to vote.
Do you actually think this is the part where you try to start leading a vote, though?
Yes, this is actually the part where I do try to start leading a vote.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say,
Okay, well,
what
so
happens, or what I've noticed happens
Fix
anyway,
lights.
is that even when I'm operationally clear like this, in a situation like this, is that if you get into dicey scenarios sometimes where if you're not leading a vote, right?
Yeah.
You just lose anyway simply because you're not leading a vote. So you end up being the person the vote's led on because Crew is lost at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't know who's bad anymore.
Yeah,
right?
they're like confused.
So it turns
yeah.
into a who's gonna throw an accusation at who first, right?
Yeah.
And so if you're the one leading the vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not the one being accused. And if you play passive, right, there's just the chance that you get picked out of the hat to die.
Yeah,
right?
and so this is where the mind games come in. So a lot of them were really confused because they didn't really think that Lou like self-reported.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Lou
Which actually
was
means
outside the door for some
But
reason.
Jar wasn't clear either, which is also why I could afford to get like Queen voted out.
I think you don't push on Lou here. You push on Jar.
I just came
Pushing on Lou
through.
here doesn't work. I don't think.
Okay, I'll show you what I do.
Okay.
I had to open literally every door.
Okay.
What the?
Oh my god.
Your
Forgot
mic.
about that.
Ooh, you good?
Can we go?
I am sorry.
Okay,
sorry.
so do we think that it was Pyro?
I think it's one of Pyro Queen. I just really don't want to lose.
Because like the
on
way
that
you
being
like
wrong.
Stell accused Pyro and then like Pyro like and then Stell was shot
And then Stell died. Yeah.
and that I really think it was
Yeah,
I'm like
something weird happened there.
90%
But
Pyro.
yeah, I think it's like I think a lot of people were just really weirded out by that. And I
mean,
wanted
it's
to
a
bring
weird
yeah.
accusation, right? So.
Yeah. At this point, I want to bring up like that there is only one imposter left for sure. Like, and that's why I'm kind of pointing this out. One imposter left for sure, so that to make sure that I am still hard cleared because I was cleared for a kill that after that. So that's why I'm specifically like being like, okay, yeah, we have one imposter left, but I'm not being like, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, before we see what you do here, right? Because I don't really remember who dies, whatever. If it were me in this situation, like you're trying or starting to do here, right? I'd reaffirm, right? Probably clearing myself and Fairy.
Yeah.
On hard clearing myself and Fairy on that info, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pushing on probably Jar here, and then I kill Fairy next round, and kind of play it by ear on Lou or Yuri. But I'd probably lean pushing here above pushing Fairy.
Okay.
Simply
yeah,
because
I'm never gonna push Fairy. Fairy is my
the way self-reports there, right?
Yeah.
Or quote unquote self-reports there, right? It's one of those scenarios where like it's happened enough times to me that I'm like I play to avoid it at this point where like Blue has done an action that like
does not make him operationally clear, but it's another thing like where Kate claimed Light's cage with 2 people there
Mhm.
that didn't see her, where it's like that is such a bad idea as an imposter that you have to be crew. You can't. There's
Yeah.
no way, right?
Actually, okay.
It's another one of those to me where it's like him self-reporting that is so incredibly bad. There's no way.
Actually,
he did it
I
as an
disagree. Like, I don't necessarily disagree that that's a bad. I kind of disagree that that's a bad self-report. I think we're kind of lucky that the only person who really has meta on Lou would be Jar in this group, besides me.
Yeah.
And also, like, so like you literally go like there's like 6 people in labs, right? And you go and report a body behind them. You would think that there'd potentially be more suspects, right?
Mhm.
And like that caused confusion. Like that the goal like of the self-reporting there would be to cause confusion.
Maybe. I don't know, from my perspective.
Yeah.
From the perspective we have, right?
Mhm.
Knowing how strong, I guess maybe from Lou's perspective, you could like infer that he wouldn't know
Mhm.
the clear on the Specie group was going to be as strong as it was.
Yeah.
Right. And then it would maybe make more sense. But I think from a crewmate's perspective,
Yeah.
they are assuming that like imposters almost always have more information than crew does, right? So from a crewmate perspective, right, I think the crewmates assume that an imposter would know that their clear is going to be strong as a group there, and would therefore assume that it wouldn't make sense if Lou were imposter to make that choice because he would know the clear is strong, even if maybe he actually wouldn't have.
Yeah, and like for me, like something that would be like an awful self-report would be like self-reporting on the other side of the map while 7 people are like on like when everyone else is left side.
Yeah,
that would be awful. But I don't necessarily like self-reporting in a group is something I do all the time.
Like I said, I don't think that's a bad self-report, but I think it like comes off as a bad self.
Yeah, he's making a case for it to be a bad self-report.
5% Queen, 5% we have 2 imps left.
So, Yuri, can we go over your clear on Jar then?
When did I clear Jar?
For the round...
It was an iffy clear.
There were 3 people on Specimen.
Oh, right. That wasn't really a clear. He cleared me.
So now, this is what are you know what I'm doing here?
Yeah,
I'm doing the mind games on Yuri.
Yeah,
like making like
trying to
first
start disassembling the clears.
Yep, that's actually my imposter specialty for sure. Is can you really clear these people? Could they be Wraith?
But like, can you though? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love dismantling clears. It's something I do as crew a lot too, so it's just great. It's like I'll just like take the clears and I'm like, are you sure you can clear them? Because a lot of people don't want to be wrong with their clears.
Yeah.
He said he would probably have to be Wraith, but that's not necessarily true. He said the same about me. It's a bit of an iffy thing. It's
Okay,
not,
so so the last one is between Jar and Lou.
Cool.
Yep.
Right?
Same
Really?
thing I would-
Like, Jar, you're clearing Yuri, right?
You left Yuri clear. Never mind.
Yeah. Jar is clearing Yuri. So I think that's kind of a crew tell of mine to be like, Jar, you're clearing this person, right? Like, so I do that a lot as crew, I think. And well, in my opinion, I do that a lot as crew where like where I try to catch the imposters trying to like get a vouch from a crewmate that they're just kind of like, oh yeah, this person's clear, but they're not actually clear themselves, and it's kind of like a trying to catch them on being stuck on clearing too many people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of trying to make it seem like I'm doing, but
gotcha.
Me? I didn't see Yuri.
No, I said Jar, you're clearing Yuri, right?
Almost. It would be so tight, it would be impossible, and it would be really cool if if they got that kill. Yeah, if they got that kill, it'd be really cool.
I'm confused.
I need one of I think one of these them. Oh fuck! So I was gonna be like, I want one of them out. That was what my goal was. I wasn't gonna actually push either of them. I was just gonna be like, one of them has to go. Yeah, I don't care which one.
Which is a fair approach.
Because I didn't want to push too hard on either one of them for them to like start pushing me out. So I just kind of say confidently, oh, by the way, it's between these 2 people. We can probably just vote them both out. I just want one of them gone right now.
You want to lead the vote, but not push it. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm trying to like give like that's what I would do as crew is like it's between these 2 people.
Oh wow.
Oh.
That's interesting.
How
I
confident
did
are you that
not
it's only Lou
expect
now? How
that.
confident are you that it's only Lou now?
Well, I don't think Fairy
It's
could have
not
killed the
me.
round that Pyro was dead, so
That's the
Fairy,
moment you
how
know you
confident
win
are you?
right there.
yes, when Jar shoots.
No, you know you win. I mean, when Jar shoots, it definitely helps, right? But you know you win when Yuri asks you how confident you are that it's Lou. Like that. That's a, you know.
Yeah.
That's they're about to vote with you, so you're good.
Yeah, so I make the case that like I make a good case. I make the case that well, we just like confirmed Jar cleared Yuri, right?
Yep. So now Jar is...
like because I was really questioning Jar. I'm like, you can clear Yuri for this, right? And so now Jar is confirmed crewmate because they were vigilante.
Yep.
And so I'm like, okay, this makes perfect sense. Fairy is clear with me in Specimen, and Jar cleared Yuri, and they are confirmed crewmate, so it has to be Lou.
Definitely isn't me. And
I have zero idea who it is.
I don't. Jar cleared Yuri, so I think it's Lou.
GG.
It's not
bad.
Lou.
Fuck it, we ball.
Like a really bad misfire from Jar.
GG.
Yeah, like I think they legitimately. I think like the
Defen.
reason he misfired is because he really just thought it was Lou and was like, okay, I'll just shoot myself out, and then they'll vote Lou.
Yeah, I don't think he could know it's a bad misfire. But
Yeah.
Like, well,
exactly.
Please actually just deafen
it
you.
ended up being really bad.
Do you know what was actually annoying? Was that when they said please actually just deafen, I knew Fairy was exactly sheriff when they said that.
Yeah.
Like, why else would they say that?
Yes.
Like, there's no vengeful romantic. She's exactly sheriff. And because Yuri was like, oh, we ball, and like, they weren't like, they would, if they were sheriff, they would be like more focused. Like,
for sure.
yeah. And so they're like, so literally, like, Yuri, this is only their option was to vote correctly. And when they're saying this, I'm like, okay, so Fairy sheriff. But I mean, I always play this cautiously anyway. So it wouldn't really have made a difference. And also, Fairy was going to sheriff Yuri. So.
Which is pretty great.
Yeah. And so I'm making an effort to kill Yuri.
Nicely done, Ilyssa. Good save.
Guys,
Nice one.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, I hated that. Like that was embarrassing thing. I was like, what? I mean, I guess it was, but my kill was good. Like they acted,
That was really embarrassing.
She caught her with the roll. What else is there to explain?
Wait, I thought we were supposed to just say that. Like we have like no, I'm not like even like happy after that. I'm just like. Pyro should not have been voted out. Like Pyro should not have been. I was.
Damn, we really did throw, huh?
Yeah. You killed it behind you guys. You didn't check behind when you cleared it.
I
She
placed
has
a
literally no
sensor
other
and
method
Pyro
of
trips
accusing
it
me.
instantly, and Pyro is not on my screen. What am I gonna
Which
do there?
is just because I was farther away from her than I thought Watcher Sensor should ever trip from. But like,
Where was
whatever.
the sensor?
She just dropped it like outside storage, and I was like running across. To be fair, I was dashing, so I was fast. But I was going above storage at the same time and hit the sensor as she placed it, I guess. Somehow.
There's literally nothing
From outside her crew vision. Somehow.
incriminate Pyro.
But yeah, that was fun. I can go over more if you have any more.
And
yeah. If you want to be done,
any
fine.
other in mind. I'm probably gonna head to bed actually.
Okay.
It is. I have to be awake in 5.5 hours.
Yeah. I might look through some more. Some people watching.
Okie dokie.
Anyone still there? Or I'll play
Alright,
TFT.
well,
Good night.
have a good night, Ilyssa.
Yeah.
Thanks for going over that stuff with me. Definitely.
I hope it's
useful.
helpful. Yes. I expect
We'll
to be
see.
gaslit by you on Thursday.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
And then we've gone over some things for you to try too.
You'll hate it. You'll love it and hate it at the same time. It'll be great.
Well, I just want you to do the play that we talked about.
Yes.
Try that. But hopefully I'll be
Make
dead.
sure you're dead, though.
Make sure
Yeah.
I'm dead before you try it.
Mhm.
That's my
Maybe I'll
classic
do
play.
it and kill you. There we go.
Yeah, kill and self-report my body. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. She'll be like, "Oh my god, he's doing the thing."
Okay.
All right. Anyway, good night.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Hmm. Kara, are you still there? Do I do this or teamfight tactics?
wonder if there's anything else that would work for you. You will be do some team fight tactics. Let's see if we can get to platinum. Hmm.